Go ahead, Craven. I know you want to.
What do what?
I thought you were gonna say fuck off, nerd, or something.
No, why would I say that?
Okay. All right. Hello and welcome back to Delta Green. This is season 1, episode 1. We're calling Two Oaks. For obvious reasons later when we go to the town of Two Oaks. To recap where we're at right now, I think Craven, can you give a really quick recap of what's going on so far?
That's off, nerd.
Cool, there it is. Kizik, you want to give a recap?
I was listening into soundcheck.
Oh, okay.
Thank you for that.
Sound checks. Good deal. Mark on that.
But
We fought a guy. He was bad. There was a monster and some alien stuff. We blew it up and took care of the evidence. I think I got it all.
Pretty much what he said, except for, not quite as abbreviated. My guy is definitely so Mr. Nolan, Chad Nolan here, he's wondering if this is going to be like a paying gig at some point, because he's got to do all his side jobs, and he's come to the revelation that he's stepped into a bigger world. Also, in previous missions he's done, he didn't make the newspaper, so he's really upset about that.
Wait, you're upset you didn't make the newspaper?
We did. Did you not see the newspaper article about us?
It wasn't us.
Mm,
No proof.
true.
Except they got you on camera.
I disabled the cameras.
No, you didn't. You can go back and listen to it. You shot the guy. You watched the camera. You never said disable camera.
I wrote it down in my notes. It's probably something I meant to do. I didn't go back and listen to the episode.
All
Archon,
25
It's
listens.
2023. They can hire hackers to take care of that.
Mm-hmm.
Archon, you're very hot on your stream.
Okay.
Like, you are a third higher than everybody else.
Okay. Is that better?
Yeah, hot streams.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Hot streams.
Don't cross the hot streams.
No, do cross the hot streams. Let's say you take out the marshmallow man.
I'm assuming it's better now.
He won't confirm or deny.
Yes, that's better.
Okay. Yeah, though it takes him a minute. There's a delay.
Yeah.
You speak, and then I hear it back, and I hear you in this one, and then it's, I'm on top of the microphone.
Yeah, I'm probably eating the mic too much.
No, it's just Archon.
For some reason, it got a lot more sensitive. Well, I'm not going to go into it. But every time Windows does an update, it messes with my sound settings. I have to go change everything.
Alright, so let's do a little intro of people and characters. We got Archon here. He's playing Chad Nolan, the hitman. We got Craven. He is playing Sergeant Hammer, the soldier. Kizik, you're playing Theo Raoul, the forensic anthropologist, right?
Yes.
And then
Big gun.
Does he have a big gun?
He does have a big gun. It's confirmed.
Yes. Yeah, it misfired, though.
It's still a big gun.
it's
Just because you can't shoot it effectively doesn't make it less of a big gun.
Are we talking about his, Webley revolver?
We're talking about his big gun.
Yeah, he said he had an older model gun that was given to him by his benefactor or sponsor, Ralph, right?
Yes, Mr. Higginston.
You also know a Dr. Amanda. What is her last name?
Professor. Her last name is Buziel. She studied the ancient Native Americans and their cultures.
Roger. That's good to know. Definitely jotting that kind of stuff down. Well, we've done our little intro, and everybody's heard people's names and characters and stuff. But like I asked before, if you guys had read the banter question, Have you ever experienced something unexplainably eerie or unsettling in real life? If you haven't thought about it, I'll go first and give you some time to think about it. When I was 7, I used to fall asleep to a radio playing in my room, and one night the radio station just stopped playing the song, and then a weird voice came over the radio and said, "Matt, do not be afraid." And of course, at 7 years old, I nearly shit my pants and ran up and tried to get my parents to help me because I thought I was going to get abducted by something. And they told me to go back to sleep and shut the fuck up, as parents do when you're 7 years old and screaming about voices.
Yeah, that's
that you've heard.
that's explainable though. It's called a dream.
No,
Yeah,
no.
that's totally explainable.
I was definitely awake and listening to the radio and enjoying the songs. And
Yeah, but that's like your parents just had one of those things that lets you broadcast on that channel, and they broadcast on that channel to fuck with you.
oh, an FM transmitter.
Yeah, it's
Just
totally
to fuck with
explainable.
7-year-old. They're monsters.
I love how you say it like that's not something any of the 4 people in this game would definitely do given the opportunity.
I was
That's true.
about to say, I wish when my son were younger I had thought of that because he always listened to the radio before going to sleep.
Not creepy, but I did do that to someone. Only instead of I knew what channel they were listening to on the radio at break, and I have an FM transmitter in my car that I use to play Bluetooth stuff over the radio, right, from my phone. So I make a recording of a commercial talking about it was like a shout out for the gayest man in the area, and I gave the employee's name, something like that. And I mean, I did my announcer voice and everything, and as soon as it went to commercial break, I turned it on, pushed play, and then that started playing, and the 3 guys in that car were like just staring at the fucking radio, like, what the actual fuck? then they look over, and I'm just bawling laughing.
Right.
I have to say that is a lot more effort for a prank against coworkers, and I would be too lazy to pull that off. But I have to give you props for that. That's pretty good.
It's pretty good. What's your unexplained story, Craven?
I mean, it's explained, but at the time it wasn't. I was fishing, and I looked like out of the corner of your eye. You know, you see movement. It was in the middle of the Shenandoah, so it was a really big tail. It was just, I'm pretty sure it was just a catfish or a carp, but I didn't see enough of it to verify it, and it had the thick scale, so it wasn't a catfish. And then it disappeared behind something, and the water was deep enough where, you know, if something big was to come after you, that's it. That's all there is to it. Pretty sure it was just a carp.
So you say that it's explained now. You're just
I'm
pretty
pretty sure it's just a carp, yeah. I got out of the water, and I did not get back in the water, if that's what you're asking.
Right. There's
I just got willied out, even though I was, like when I went over there to look where it was, because I was too creeped out not to check. I don't know how that makes sense. There was nothing there, which means that wherever it went, it got by me, and it was big, which I found to be even more disturbing, so I got out of the water.
My story is actually very similar to Craven's.
Let's hear it.
So, as you're almost certainly aware, the plantation house that my father lives in used to be in quite bad shape. It was pretty much condemned, and I spent some of my time home from college helping him do renovations on it. And one night, he sent me over there to sand the floor by myself. I don't know if you've ever been in that house late at night, but it's creepy as fuck, and it was even more so back then. It had these old windows that we have since been replaced that were made of the kind of glass that you can't really see through very well. It's very wavy. And super late at night, I was already creeped out because it's creepy at night. And I looked at the window, and I saw my reflection because obviously it's pitch black outside and the lights are on inside. And in the wavy glass, it looked like there was something standing behind me, and I was like, "Oh well, that's obviously just a reflection. Like it's just my reflection, but the glass is wavy." And then it fucking moved, and I basically did the equivalent of what Craven just said about shit my pants, turned around, there was nothing there, looked back in the mirror, or looked back in the window, and it wasn't there, and I said, fuck this, I'm going home. And I did, and Dad made fun of me for like 3 weeks. It was creepy.
Yeah, that's very unsettling.
So,
You said it was explained. You said it's not explained.
it's definitely explained. I was seeing things. Like, it was...
Oh, that's not an explanation at all. That's
You guys are pretty bad at this whole. I've got it explained now.
Look, it's
You've got it
mine's actually explained.
rationalized. It is rationalized in your minds.
Mine is legit explained. That is the thing. It's completely normal. Fish do get that big.
Look,
Not that weird.
It was wavy glass, and the wavy glass is gone, and I haven't seen anything in the window since. So it must have just been that wavy glass.
Yep, and my parents are monstrous people that just want to traumatize a 7-year-old. Kizik,
Hold
what's
on,
yours? Hold on,
No. Like, I've heard stories. Like, I'm reasonably sure it is not without the realm of. I mean, I'm not that monstrous, and I would definitely do that to my kids.
You've done it to your coworkers.
That was different. It wasn't scary. It was
Funny.
sexual harassment.
This is also, I'm talking like back in the 90s, early 90s, when Bluetooth's not a thing. So it would have been very difficult to pull off. But Kizik, can you top our stories?
Mine is like legit explainable, and I put a link up in the Ghost 20 Modern channel. I was on
Evidence
vacation
that it's
earlier this
explainable.
year, and it was 9:00 at night. I needed to walk my dog one more time because it's just a wild house, and we're walking by like a little creek, and she freezes. All of the hair stands up on the back of her head, and she just says, "I'm not going forward anymore." And I go, "What's going on? What did you find? It's gonna be okay." And then she stops, and I take a step forward, and then I hear this sound emit from the grounds around me and become bigger and bigger and bigger. And we ran back into the house and went to sleep.
I'm listening to it. It goes, There's like a rhythm to it almost, but it's very alien sounding.
Yeah, we almost got abducted.
So these frogs are making this crazy noise at you. Yeah, oh man, okay. It does sound weird. It sounds very strange. Oh man.
Yeah, because I know what a frog sounds like. I don't know that's not a frog making this sound.
I could see it. Being terrified of weird, strange noises, but then explaining it, going out and finding the reason.
Yeah. The whole next day I was like, nope, not going to talk about it. But then I went, hey, look, these are the sounds that I heard. Because I was like, no, it's definitely frog sounds. Definitely. I don't know. But I don't know, it's definitely frog sounds.
So let's talk about unexplained things that we've seen in this game so far, because in session -1, the Kandahar Giant, you guys, well, some of you saw the Yeti, but there was another thing. Do you guys remember what the other thing was?
And the first one that I wasn't there
Oh, the
for.
chupacabras.
The Chupacabra, yep. And then there was floating
There was,
green
I was about to say
lights.
there's like fireflies or something.
Yep. Yes. And then in the last episode where Kizik was here, Kizik, what was the unexplained thing?
A guy didn't bleed blood but bled green things, and then a giant snake alien thing came out of him.
His head kind of erupted into these tentacles, and there was a parasite living off of him.
And then I did some bad reading.
I mean, hold up. Did tentacles erupt out of him, or was his blood a little darker than normal and a little thicker, and it just sprayed everywhere and it looked like tentacles? I mean, let's be honest here. It was a very stressful situation.
So this is why the other two went to therapy, and Sergeant Hammer has just rationalized these things. But okay, so let's go ahead and officially start. It is now the new episode. This is 2 weeks since our last episode. It's been 16 days since that Joe Rogan podcast And like I said, Agent Husky has talked to a therapist, kind of like a quack kind of guy. Told him the truth. He got some sanity back. Agent Heron went to talk to a therapist and was gone for a week. He went to Philly and talked to like a legit program doctor. And now he's back. So, like I said, it's been 14 days since our last episode. And we're going to start this with Husky. Husky, you wake up and you briefly remember a dream that you were having about this massive asteroid hitting the planet. And just, that's it. Done. So you wake up with this dream, kind of fleeting, and you're going to lose it. But what's your day like with your character, Chad Nolan?
I need to ask a metagame question before we do that, because we want to do the setting of Two Oaks. And his day job is his butcher shop that he runs. Should that be located in the setting, in the area we're going to?
No.
Okay. Just making sure. I wasn't sure if you wanted to confine everything to that setting.
It would be cool, but yeah, that's not going to work out.
Okay. Well, so he has a little like Cape Cod house that's right down the street from his downtown butcher shop. It's just a mom and pop shop, and he just does a normal 9 to 5. He gets up, he makes his way down to the butcher shop, opens it a little bit late, hands out his parcels, cuts some stuff in the back, and he's got a little teenager that runs the front desk whenever he's in the back cutting stuff up, and it's very therapeutic for him. He tends to listen to like techno music while he's cutting shit up. Yep.
So you're going about your daily life, and just since this last job, it's been so weird. You pretty sure you're being followed by like an unfamiliar blacked out silver sedan. But every time you go to look for it, it's gone. You have excellent skills to know that you're followed, and whoever is following you is a damn good professional. What do you look like again?
So I have a token.
Yes.
Over here.
Let's look at your token.
I'm gonna go ahead and just say that looks just like him, although the AI generator didn't give me quite what I was looking for, but it's close enough. How long do I feel like this thing's following me? Is it long enough that I'd be paranoid enough to take it like in front of cameras, like in front of my store, see if it shows up?
Yeah, let's say it. I mean, you see it off and on for the past week. It's not every day, and it's random, just to kind of catch your schedule. And if you're sitting with a 9 to 5, you're basically going to know when it's going to show up next. So you could try to run it by a camera or something like that.
Well, that's what my character would do. He's very familiar with surveillance and counter surveillance, being that his real job is to kill people.
Okay. Yeah. So you'll be able to catch this blacked out silver sedan on your store camera.
He's going to be slightly relieved that it's not a figment of his imagination. If they're that good that they made him wonder. He's then going to try to run the plates.
What's your system for that?
I imagine he just bribed somebody at the local DMV.
Just like a big-haired lady sitting behind the counter.
Sure. She calls me honey.
Slip her some money.
She calls me honey all the time. I give her extra steaks with the bribe.
I'm gonna stop by your shop later. Yeah, she'll run the plates, and she brings back, and she goes, "Honey, I don't know what you're into, but these plates belong to the CIA."
It's amazingly good source that DMV lady would know that. You get an extra tenderloin next time.
Oh, thanks, son. All right. And what are you doing the next time you get your next birthday invite? Because a black envelope with a green triangle shows up, and when you open it, it's another Dan Finkelberg birthday invite to the bar in King Street in downtown, or Old Town Alexandria, sorry.
Next
to the Hilton.
Does it show up at the butcher shop, or does it show up at his house?
Where are you? It'll show up wherever you are.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, assuming it's around the same time, he'd be at the shop. But if it's not around the same time, like it's a few days later, maybe he had a job and he's just getting home and he drops his duffel bag full of his quote unquote. Oh, sorry, he carries coolers. He carries soft-sided coolers that actually have steaks in them. And he drops his duffel bag and is about to take a big old load off, and like, oh shit, invite. I got to go back to work.
Where do you live in relation to Alexandria?
I hadn't really thought that much about it. We'll say it's Northern Virginia, so it's pretty close to Alexandria. We'll say in the suburbs around Alexandria.
Right, like within an hour of Alexandria, right?
Sure. Let me go ahead and write that down in my notebook. Yeah.
Yeah, right. I mean, like it could be anything. But the invite to the next Dan Finkelberg birthday party here at this little white building next to the Hilton, it's going to be at 9:00 tomorrow night. So whatever you're going to do to prepare, I just want to put it on your mind. But we're going to go ahead and switch scenes, and we're going to say, Hammer, Sergeant Hammer, you wake up and you briefly remember a dream. It's fleeting, but there was a man with the mind of a cat, and he meowed at you, and it was the weirdest fucking thing. You wanted to shoot him, but you didn't have a gun, so you're frustrated. But you woke up and you're like, fucking cat people.
Hey, I know we're supposed to be serious, so just to be clear that there are people that do that.
Yes, I realize that. But
Okay,
this isn't in your dream. It wasn't like a guy acting like a cat. It was like a cat's brain was implanted in a person.
No, I hear you, except that those people are cats. That's part of the thing we're supposed to... I'm just
Right.
making sure.
Yeah. What's your day-to-day life like?
Good question. Well, there's a lot of working out. You don't get this by that working for it.
Got like a 10-pack?
Yeah.
Working your traps.
I was gonna say bald.
Hey, bro, you work out?
Yeah.
You like to lift, bro?
I
You go to, like-
multiple gyms.
You just hit one and then hit the other so that they don't think you're some sort of freak.
Right. Yeah, like you don't
Except
want
that
to be.
doesn't work.
You don't want to be that guy.
Yeah. Do you stand in front of the mirror and kind of like pose?
No.
Just rock out with like headphones on. You just
Yep.
just pound an iron,
Yep.
run it on the treadmill.
Yep. Pretty much oblivious to anything he's not supposed to be oblivious to.
So what's your house like? Where do you live?
Loudon.
Okay.
Dad made quite a bit of money once he started moving up that
Ladder, right.
whatever that ladder is called. That's that one. Yeah. So we have a nice place in Loudon. I have the guest house.
There a pool? You got a pool there?
There is a pool. It's not mine, but I'm allowed to use it.
Right. You don't work though, right? What do you do professionally?
I was in the military. I have a decent pension.
So you just fired early, right? Financial independence, retire early?
It's financial independence may be a misnomer. I am living at my parents' house. Granted, it's a separate house.
Right.
But it
And
sounds
they're
like
not-
you might think you're financially independent.
Yes, correct. I'm as financially independent as one can be on the government pension that I have.
But you're able to save up, right? Like you've probably
Correct.
got a hell of a nest egg. You got some good, financial backings and markets and stuff like that.
I mean, I probably would have those things if I didn't have the addiction to physical exercise and guns.
Oh,
Those two things probably keep me from advancing farther.
okay. Well, you live in Loudon.
Yep.
What do you drive?
A truck, like a Jeep truck.
Okay, like an older Jeep truck or a newer Jeep truck?
Wait, I changed my mind. Can I drive a Hummer?
Of course. I mean, like that's yeah.
Yeah. That just screams like I think I'm tough. I might actually be tough, and I drive a Hummer. So it's possible I'm not as tough as I think I am.
I think it says "fuck around and find out," right?
It could
But-
say that.
Do you want like an H1 Hummer, like the first gen Hummer, military vehicle style Hummer, or like the?
No, it's an H3. It's an H3. I'm young enough to think that they made improvements.
Right.
They just went after my money.
It's a hybrid.
Okay. Oh no, you got the H3 hybrid.
No, not the hybrid. I don't believe in climate change.
Yes, but you also sound like you'd be too dumb to know the difference.
Oh no! He does 100%. Does climate change is not real, among other things.
Okay.
We're playing an RPG. It's part of the character, damn it. Just mind your fucking business, please. Mind your
What?
business, please.
I'm guessing that was someone in your household.
There was a look. She's very proud of herself. She's smug over there.
Tell her what your actual character's intelligence is, and maybe she'll understand.
I think that would help, actually.
Yeah.
My character has an intelligence of 8. Average is like 12.
Give me an awareness roll. Let me know if you pass.
What is awareness? That's over here. Oh, I might be good at that. If I can find it. It's not on the sheet.
Sorry, alertness.
Oh yeah, that one I got. I'm actually good at that one.
That's my bad. I'm gonna keep calling it awareness.
It's okay. We'll
Nice.
eventually learn that that's what you mean.
These D100s right here.
Yep, no, I'm gonna miss that. That is a 91 out of 70.
So you're leaving the gym one day. It's been about 2 weeks since your last job, and this fucking blacked out silver sedan almost runs into you as you step off the curb and go towards your Hummer. It almost clips you, and you turn around last second and look at it and see it driving away. It actually runs a red light to get away from you.
I mean, I'd run a red light to get away from me.
But what are you doing when you get your invite, the black envelope with the green triangle?
I added to my calendar in my iPhone.
So you get back to your house where your parents let you live, and it's just sitting on your little table as you walk through the front door.
Yeah,
go.
check it out. Add that to my calendar. Make sure that there's a notice that give me plenty of time to get ready in case I forget, even though I know I won't.
Okay, tomorrow night, 10 o'clock.
I'll get out my best muscle tee.
Theo,
Yes.
you wake up briefly remembering a dream where a parasitic alien burst from the neck of Agent Royale in front of you, turning your world completely on its head. Aliens exist. You saw this. You talked to a therapist about it. You're still having these nightmares. And you wake up remembering that. But what's your day-to-day life like?
So I did a little bit of research. Turns out GMU is the only college in Virginia that has an anthropology bachelor's. So I
Wow.
teach a couple of classes there.
That's George Mason, right?
Yes.
Did you know they have a they have a bunch of like campuses around. So like you don't have to go straight to the George Mason campus. They've got tons of campuses, satellite campuses.
I would bet they would have one in Northern Virginia.
They sure do.
They do.
Bunch of them.
Yeah, so we'll say the anthropology one is in Northern Virginia, and that's where I spend a lot of time teaching. We do a little bit more researching than teaching. We got a teaching assistant who actually runs the day-to-days of the things. I've always got my nose in a book, and I like to look at like the raw specimens as much as possible. I know you're not supposed to. You're supposed to keep them in the little cage, but something about seeing them with my own eyes, even under this artificial light that's supposed to preserve them for much longer. I just want to touch them.
Oh, sorry. Was I muted?
Yes.
Oh, what kind of things are you looking at? Like old books?
I like the books, but I like teeth of things. This just happens to be a tooth on my screen right now, and it spoke to me. So Theo likes the like drilling of teeth, like because they tried to fix teeth way before they had metals and the ability to do it, and it's mostly like chewing on different things. But he's looking at a tooth right now. He's trying real hard not to touch it.
And it's the tooth of a human, right?
Tooth of a human that lived 2,000 years ago.
In North America?
Yes.
Wild.
You're one creepy fuck.
And I'm sure like you're imagining what this person's life was like, right? So from the tooth you can tell the diet of somebody.
Yep. This is a molar, so they did a little more chewing. They weren't eating meats, they were gathering things. And you know that because of this. And this guy got a little bit of a cavity, so he couldn't chew and was running low on rations. That's probably why he was then sacrificed.
Ah, is that where the bone was found? Sacrificial burial pit?
It was found not in the like honored burial site, but in essentially the trash.
Right. Will you leave? Go ahead.
The anthropology department for George Mason University is at Horizon Hall, room 6207, George Mason University, Fairfax, Virginia.
That's fantastic. So you're leaving Fairfax one day, and I need an alertness roll. What kind of car do you drive, Theo?
I've got an old sedan. Like it still kicks. It's got wood paneling on the sides.
Wait, you're a modern day college professor and you're not driving a hybrid?
Right? I was thinking Prius.
It's got an electric car conversion kit in it.
Oh, that's even better though.
That
it's
would
like an
work.
old sedan, but with like it'd be biodiesel. It'd be like a bio oil.
It's just diesel, but he runs it on old French fry grease.
Yes, there you go. That'd be cool.
The trunk no longer accepts things. It's just a grease collector. I go to all of the fast food restaurants and take their extra grease for it.
Sorry, I know that you probably didn't mean for that to happen, but that's so cool.
I'm not aware at all. I'm just telling this guy about like how the tooth, like when eating French fries, because that's not how the natives did it, is just going to degrade because there's so much extra salt in there. And I'm asking if I could use if I could refill.
How did your alertness go?
I got a 75 out of 40.
Okay.
That's why he was talking
Really
to
wrapped up
the
this
fry
conversation.
cook about the tooth degrading. That's why I did that.
Yeah. But when you head home, you find at your doorstep your next birthday invite to Dan Finkelberg's birthday. And it's tomorrow at 10 o'clock at the bar on King Street in Alexandria. So I think with you being in Fairfax, you're also within an hour of the bar. So I assume all of you guys go. right? You don't have any other plans as characters?
Yep, we're going.
I begrudgingly go. I'm so worried.
What are you worried about?
You didn't.
Nope.
I'm bringing gifts this time, so I have a soft duffel bag that's actually a cooler that I'm bringing with me.
Okay, what's in there?
I mean, if a police officer were to open it, he would open it and see that it's full of steaks and ribs and stuff. However, if he were to investigate further, he'd find it as a false bottom, where I have 2 firearms for my companions and a bottle of whiskey for the older gentleman.
Ah, okay. Well, is everybody going to show up on time this time?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm gonna be very
realize
prompt.
I had bad things. I've also been researching Finkelberg for a long time, and I can't seem to find anybody.
Well, he disappeared after 2002, where he died in Kandahar, but you can find that much.
Got it. I'm gonna be there 10 minutes early, just because I know the traffic gets bad.
Okay. All right, and the other two on time or early?
I mean, I'm gonna see Theo sitting, because I always get there early to scope a place out to see if it's an ambush. But I am gonna walk through the doors at exactly the right moment. But I'm gonna be staring Theo down the whole time just to see if he notices that I'm in a sedan 2 cars down, just staring at the back of his head.
Yeah, no, I show up exactly on time. To the second.
I think you're muted, Ghost.
Oh, I am. Oh my gosh.
There was a long silence.
Okay, that's my bad. All right, so all of you guys are going to see a state police cruiser outside of the bar as you guys pull up.
Okay. Are its lights on?
No, it is just chilling. It is running, but it is just parked in front of the bar. You might be able to just see somebody in it, like in the driver's seat, just sitting out in front of the bar.
I'm not really going to pay too much attention to it. I'll note that it's there.
Okay, but then in through the door, right?
Yep, right on time. I imagine that I will almost bump into Hammer on the way going through.
Yeah, I think all you guys kind of bump into each other to be there at 8 or 10 o'clock. Everybody agree with that?
Yep.
Good deal. So
I
you
don't-
guys are... What?
I did not see the police car. I saw the I saw a hammer and was like, oh, and then I remembered him like shoving a grenade into a exploding body and me running away with a briefcase.
Right? Just flashbacks. All right, so you head in, and the hostess is there, and she looks up at you guys, and you're all here at the same time, and she says, "Are you all here for the birthday party again?
Indeed.
I'll take you back." And do you guys want anything to drink? I can take your orders now, as we're walking back there.
I'll have a
That's the beer I
scotch
got last
neat.
time.
Old fashioned, please. Neat.
Certainly. And she'll take you back to the booth where the curtain's closed. But as you guys approach, the curtain is opened and a uniformed state police officer gets out of the booth with Colonel Greenheart. And Greenheart shakes the man's hand. And the police officer, he turns and looks at you guys and he just kind of nods. He puts some sunglasses on and then he starts walking out of the bar. And Greenheart turns to you guys and he's like, "Gentlemen, oh man, has it been?" "Yes, it has. All right, so come on in. Let's get this underway."
Hey.
You guys come in and sit down, and the curtains gets closed. And the colonel goes, "How's life been?"
Same as usual. I brought you the bottle of whiskey.
That's really nice of you. Thank you.
And I got something for you two gentlemen too. It's a birthday party after all.
I think it's a cover.
Yeah, I'm aware. However, I couldn't help but notice, while Hammer seems to handle gun, you seemed a little under-equipped. But I did get Hammer something, too.
No?
Oh, if I'm going to go ahead and hand them out now, my idea was to have a double barrel, underbarrel for over-under for Hammer. And it'll look pretty normal to him at first until he realizes that the box of ammo I gave you, all the shells say FRG on them, and they shoot small fragmentation, fin-stabilized fragmentation grenades. And then I'm going to hand Theo what looks like a purse gun, but it's going to have a special ammunition that has like really sharp ammo. I'll be like, just for experimental purposes. I'd like to know.
That shoots knives.
It's a gun that shoots super armor piercing ammo. So like I noticed last time it was really hard to kill that guy. And my thinking is either explosives or armor piercing would be better. So I gave each of my partners one of those approaches that I'm going to observe. And that way I don't have to get killed if my plan doesn't work.
Solid plan.
Yeah, I like that tactic.
I'll blow some shit up for you.
So you guys have... Go ahead.
My pistol would do just fine if it didn't misfire.
Yeah.
I had it in the sights. It would have been great.
Yeah, there's no reason you can't carry both.
I mean, you probably wouldn't misfire if you loaded it. To be fair.
No, it was loaded. It just the pin was bent. That was a tough round to recreate. I forget your name. Bossman. Can I call you Bossman?
You mean Colonel Greenheart, sir?
Yeah, he's the boss.
His name is Colonel Greenheart.
You can just call me Greenheart, son. It's okay. He starts packing a pipe, and you guys are checking your guns out, and he's lighting his pipe when the curtain opens, and the hostess is there with the drinks. And she looks at all of you guys, and she stops, and she looks around the table, and you've got this gun out, 2 guns out, right? And a thing of whiskey, and he's packing his pipe. And she goes, you can't smoke in here. And he goes, I'm going to smoke in here. I'm going to smoke in here. And she goes, here. And she puts your drinks down in front of you guys.
I'm going to hand her the tray of steaks and be like, hey, can you, here, you guys can have these.
Oh, wow, thanks. Okay, I'll take him to the back.
You know, for him smoking in here.
Oh, he's going to do it, whether I say something or not.
Oh, I know.
Well, thanks for the meat.
Hammer's loading his gun and securing it.
Yeah, she's fine with that, apparently.
Okay.
Yep, she takes the meats, and she's going to ask if you guys want anything to eat now, that you have your drinks. The Colonel's like, I don't know if you guys are going to be here for very long.
Nope, just drinks.
Okay. She closes the curtain, heads out, and the Colonel laughs a little bit and lights his pipe, and he's like, all right, I've got a mission for you guys. And it's very delicate. I could explain all the delicate intricacies, but I think that we're just going to keep this short and simple. I need you guys to go to Two Oaks and find out what happened to Red and Ringo, the other members of our cell. I want you to determine the source and nature of the anomaly. And I want you to determine the level of involvement of the residents of Two Oaks. You guys have any questions?
That seems like a rather long-term assignment.
It could be. I would prepare to be there for a hot minute, is what the children say these days.
How clean do we need to make the situation?
Well, I need you to neutralize any immediate threats with a minimum of exposure. But if those responsible can be brought to justice without exposing us or the existence of preternatural or paranormal phenomena, then do so. if the threat of exposing us or the existence of preternatural paranormal phenomena is too great, alternative methods of resolving the situation are authorized.
Got it.
Sounds like any other mission. Try to do it quietly. If that fails, do it. It must be done.
Get it done.
Yep. I feel like you
so-
and I are going to get along pretty well, Hammer.
Mm-hmm.
This is the place with the orb things that we read about yesterday, or what was that? Oh my goodness, a month ago now.
That you read about.
You read about them and haven't shared any of that information yet.
We boss man, Greenheart and I read some stuff.
Okay, so you're going to bring this up, right? So, yes, Greenheart looks at you and he's like, look, everything in that bag was suspect. With what you guys encountered at the Hilton with the Vector, I can't trust anything in that bag to be legitimate. I need you guys to go and verify. And by doing so, find Red, find Ringo, or what happened to them. I suspect they're dead, but here, let me give you the GPS coordinates of each of their trackers. And he gives you the tags so that you guys can look them up on your phones. Figure out what happened to them and figure out what evidence I can actually use. So I gotta do this delicately, gentlemen. If this is the real deal, okay? If it is the real deal, then other big pieces of the program move in. I need to verify what's going on before all of that happens, because if I call them in and it's not real, I look like an asshole. Can't have that. I gotta use the intelligence gained on the ground, and I can't use what was in that blue backpack.
Unless it's real.
Well,
Confirm real.
yes, I need you guys to confirm it real.
How do we communicate with you? Do you have like a satellite phone, or we just go point at the sky and you've got satellites looking at us?
Satellite. I don't know. Yeah, I do actually have a satellite phone. I'll hand this to you now, and he pulls it out from underneath the table. It is a large, old GPS satellite phone. It's got like the big, long, extending antenna and a big number pad on it. And he says, when you need to call me, the number is 616. And he hands it over to you.
616, and I put that in my duffel bag or briefcase.
So you're going to dial the number and then ask for me.
Greenheart, got it.
All right, gentlemen. So I think, establish a base of operations. That's going to be a must. Probably going to have to interview a couple of the residents up there. Just verify, trust and verify. But listen, discretion, it's key.
No witnesses.
Do you give us a cover, or do we get to make that up as we're flying or driving in? Where is Tula? Oh, yeah, it's between. We definitely have to drive in. There's no airport there.
It's about an hour and 45 minutes, actually. So if you leave tonight, you're going to be there 11:45, something like that. 45. Time's weird in this game. Anyway, you'll be there close to midnight. Maybe you should leave in the morning. I don't know. The quicker you get there, the better. Verify I'm red. I know it's been 2 weeks and everything, but it is kind of important.
No, I gotta go back. I'm ready.
As far as covers go, I was just talking to a gentleman with the Virginia State Police, and I can tell you that, well, if you go and talk to the sheriff of Two Oaks County, he is going to be friendly to the program, but he is not in the program. But you may need access to warrants moving forward, so the sheriff of Two Oaks can help you out there.
If he's not in the program, how will he know that we're representing the program?
So when I say he's friendly, I mean I've paid him off. He knows you're coming.
And he knows who we are.
He knows that he's not going to mess with you guys and get you access to warrants if you need them.
So we can arrest
Sounds like a
people.
deal. We don't do arrests. Remember, no witnesses?
I mean, if violations of federal law have been committed, determine whether the charges can be prosecuted without exposure of the public to information,
Yeah, but we still wouldn't make the arrests. We would just turn that information over to the sheriff and let him deal with it. We don't need to worry about the legality of things.
I'll give you a hypothetical. If you get there and the whole town has been laced with LSD and it's in the water and all these sightings are just mythical blumbo jumbo, try to figure out who's poisoning the water supply, I guess. And if it's prosecutable, do it. But, this being Delta Green, I don't think that's going to happen. He lights up another pipe.
It's an unusual assignment for me.
It's an assignment that has to be done.
Should be exciting.
It turns out to be supernatural. We need to scrub it clean.
Oh, that's not the unusual part. Although that is unusual, but what I actually meant was normally that sentence ends with, when you find them, eliminate them. This whole prosecution thing, it's invigorating. It's so new.
Don't think about it too hard. We're not really gonna do the prosecuting.
Oh. He looks slightly disappointed. It's like it was going to be a new thing. Hadn't done it before.
We could probably prosecute them. It's just another thing to learn. Passing the bar. Could I do that? I don't know. Well, let's find a hotel. Do you guys want to share a room? Is this like a camp out experience? I'm so excited.
I'm going to drive straight
What?
from here to there.
Yeah, I gotta go back. I'm ready. I was intending to leave as soon as I left here.
Since my go bag is the trunk of my car, I'll be driving my own vehicle, but we should probably be in separate vehicles anyway. The more resources we have on the ground, the better.
Agreed.
And then they turn and just leave.
Yep.
So,
They wouldn't do that because they haven't been
hotel
dismissed.
you're going to try to find a hotel room in Alexandria or in Two Oaks?
in Two Oaks.
Okay. We can do this. I don't really have a Jeep. So you guys you're driving separately now.
Yep,
So that was going on.
that's what's going on.
What do you drive? Archon, sorry.
He's not an old, but not a super fancy sedan, like a not quite new BMW.
Okay, so some things. Agent Husky takes off in his BMW. Not BMW, whatever it is. Closely behind him is Hammer in the Jeep. And you guys have plugged in what to your GPS?
2 Oaks.
2 Oaks.
Just 2 Oaks, Virginia. Okay. Now, Theo, you get on your phone. You're sitting here tagging in 2 Oaks, Virginia, places to stay. And it comes up with a place called Haven Inn. And it looks like there's vacancy there. You want to call him?
Yeah, I've got a 2 Oaks brochure. I'm looking right at it.
You give him a ring, and it rings twice, and then a woman's voice picks up. She says, "Haven Inn, how can I help you?"
Yes, this is Professor Raoul. I'm looking to have a sabbatical. I hear that you've got excellent hiking and rodeo in 2 Oaks, and I just need to get away from the big city. A couple of weeks.
A couple weeks. Well, you're in luck. I've got a room here for a couple weeks, and maybe even more if you'd like to stay a little while. 2 Oaks is very nice.
That's yeah. The brochure says it's very peaceful, and that just might help me relax.
Well, Mr. Rao, sorry, did you say Dr. Raoul?
Just Professor. I don't. Titles are not that important.
Professor. Is it just going to be you staying? I've got you down right here.
Do you have a couple of extra rooms? Just asking for a couple of friends. I might have a couple of friends over.
Give me a luck roll.
I have a 50 luck. I rolled a 41.
Excellent. They have 2 extra rooms.
Oh, whoa! That's super lucky of me. Thanks.
I'll put you down. I've got them reserved. Are you going to be up here tonight, huh?
It's. I'm gonna take the trial. I'll be in pretty late though, because I'm pretty far out right now. Is that okay?
Yes. We've got somebody here at the night desk.
Excellent. I'll see you soon, or your buddy. It's nice to talk to you.
Yes, sir. We'll see you. Goodbye. And she hangs up. And now you've got a place to stay and a place for your new agent buddies, which was very nice of you.
One of them's definitely not intending to camp out.
Even if you are, I mean, like, that's a nice gesture of the professor to do that.
I mean, yeah, it is, but I mean, did he follow security protocols? Did he verify he did not get us a first floor room? How close are we to the elevators? Because you don't want to be too close. That's where the thieves go. I mean, did he follow OPSEC?
Yeah. Are there rooms in the back of the building?
He did not. He did not do any of those things.
He used my real name. I charmed the lady on the phone, and I paid her the appropriate price for the
I don't
price.
know if
He's so
charmed
proud.
is the correct adverb there.
He's going to use his personal credit card when he gets there.
Right?
Well, it's kind of a bummer that you're all driving separately because in the hour and 45 minutes, I was hoping that Raoul would share some of the evidence that he got, and has stewed on for the past 2 weeks. And he was also supposed to get a phone call. That's okay.
He'll still get a phone call. It may cause him to wreck his car and drive off the road
Yeah.
in an unsafe manner. 'cause
That
he
that
probably-
will get a phone
that
call.
or he gets it at the hotel.
That's true, too. All right, so we are going to pack this map up. And then
Raoul rolls a awareness check and doesn't see 2 cars now following him once he gets into Twin Oaks.
Two Oaks is this valley within the Shenandoah Valley, just east of I-81. And we've fictionalized it a little bit here, but the main access point is here from the north side. And this massive meandering river cuts all the way through the valley and dumps out in this lake down here where there's been a dam created. And the main industrial center of this place is like this hydroelectric dam. So they've got a good thing going for them and the valley. And a lot of the people in the valley work for the electric company. So you guys are coming in from the north, and I'm imagining that Agent Husky is in the lead, followed by Agent Hammer. So Agent Hammer is actually going to hear it first. There's like this winding, grinding noise. I mean, no, it's not a grind. It's a high-pitched coming up from behind you, and it's like, I don't know, close to 11:30 by the time you're on like this little road that is cutting through this valley here. You got your headlights on, you're just cruising, maybe listening to some music, and you hear this coming up from behind, and you're passed by this guy on this green motorcycle, and he is just whipping around, and you're on a 2-lane road. The woods are very close in. You've got this river or creek on one side of the road down to your left, and he whips around you super fast, going at least double the speed limit through this forest, which is the George Washington National Forest, by the way. So a lot of really cool old trees back here. So he whips around Agent Hammer. Agent Hammer, what do you want to do while this guy's whipping around you?
Nothing.
Nothing. You're just gonna let him go.
I'm gonna take
I'm gonna note his license plate.
What you can see of it.
That's kind of a suspicious behavior. If I can't get the license plate, I'll get make, model of the cycle, a brief description of whatever helmet he's wearing. Those are things that tend to not change.
Right. I gotcha. So it's this green motorcycle here, and the license plate says Jack as he flies past you. And then a couple minutes later, Agent Husky hears him coming up from behind, and he is gunning it through this like hairpin turns coming through here. And if you let him go, he's gonna go right by you, Agent Husky, and keeps going down towards the town of Two Oaks.
I'm gonna let him go. Also, if I knew Hammer was following me, I wouldn't have gotten too far ahead of him, just so that we could stay in visual contact of each other. So they would have passed probably both of us in the same go.
Good deal. All right, that's even better. So you guys are putzing down this road, cruising through the George Washington National Forest, and if you're listening to the radio or have any like crazy Bluetooth speakers or anything like that going on in the car, you're going to start to hear some audio distortion as you're cutting through the valley. These mountains are pretty close together. Maybe it's just a way, or like the antennas can't reach the valley, but you're getting just some static and some distortion as you're coming through here. Let's go ahead and build Two Oaks. So it's nighttime, so please refer to my nighttime photos over here, like this one at the top.
Very pretty.
Yeah, you're coming in from the north, and there's this little creek, and the way that this tiny road just hugs it, trees pressing in all close, and then as you come over this hill, this picturesque valley opens up before you guys. It's cradled by the rolling embrace of the Blue Ridge Mountains, and the valley just seems to hold its breath, cocooned in tranquil stillness. It's nice.
Followed by the explosive crash of a motorcycle.
That is usually how it goes.
So you guys pass the a sign for a trout farm, and sign for Cooper's Music, a sign for Pig Iron Civil War era furnace, and you make your way down, and you're in Two Oaks now. I was gonna say its original name. Sorry, redacted. We're not talking about the real place. You're going into town, into Two Oaks. So there's this bridge right here. This is kind of where I'm imagining the town to be. It's going to be south of that bridge. There's a little bit more of town, uptown of the river, like where this water tower and the Haven Inn is. That's where you guys are going to be staying.
I don't see a water tower.
The water tower is literally right next to the Haven Inn. So if you don't see it,
I also didn't see some of the other stuff too. Like you said, Cooper's Music and all the other stuff. I didn't see any of that. I can see a trout farm, general store, a burnt house, drive-through safari, Haven Inn, town, and Betty's house.
Right. So water tower. Let's try to import this.
Yep, failed to load.
Bummer. Okay, well that's fine. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna do pins. Like that. That'll be a water tower. You guys can see a pin, right?
I can see the pen, yeah.
Okay. So you guys do have the GPS coordinates to both Red and Ringo. But you guys didn't really communicate on where you're headed or what you're doing. You just said Two Oaks in your GPS. So now you are officially in Two Oaks.
Well, I'd meant to go to the town.
Yep.
So my assumption, and this, you can tell me if this is right or wrong, my character's assumption is that when he put in Two Oaks, it was going to take him to the town. While I'm assuming the town is by the same name as the valley. Okay, yeah. So he was gonna go there first, and that is intentional. He's gonna arrive in the middle of the night.
Okay. So you will head over this bridge in your BMW, right?
Yeah.
And
yeah. Well, sedan, but who's counting?
Yeah, a little sedan. So you come over the bridge and you're officially in town. It's quaint, man, quiet. It's a town of 5,000 people total in this whole place. There's a lot of like topography, right? So the valley, there's houses up the hill and then kind of like industry downhill. So that's kind of how everything's oriented when you get into town. There's old churches and like modern amenities right next to each other. It's really kind of cool how things all meld.
Yeah.
Where are you headed? In town.
I'm familiarizing myself with the layout of the town. He's basically just gonna drive around for an hour or two and try to get familiar with location, see if there's any areas that are active at night. Small town like this, probably pretty quiet at night, but if there is some activity, that would stand out.
I'm gonna go to the bar.
Going to the bar.
There's a bar in this town.
Hell yeah, there is.
Almost
What's
certainly.
it called?
The Podunk.
The Podunk.
Yep.
Cool. So you come across the same bridge, and the Podunk is pretty close to the church.
Yeah, that's pretty standard.
Right?
Yeah, a lot of times there's just the travel, but there's like a path between them that's been well worn.
Yes. They almost put a sidewalk in, but they're like, fuck it. It is what it is. So you head into the Podunk, and it's a 2-story building, but the entire bar is on the first floor. They've kind of got like a kitchen going on too, through the old bar style swinging doors. And the bar is a beautiful wooden thing that kind of does like this L shape. And
The building's a barn.
it's an old barn.
It's an old barn.
Right on.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I know.
So the bartender of the Podunk is this beautiful dark-haired girl. And as you walk up to the bar, she's like, "Howdy, stranger. What can I get you?"
I asked my usual.
She looks at you kind of coyly. She's like, "Well, I can't learn your usual unless you tell me what it is, but I promise I'll remember."
Oh, right. Jack on the rocks.
A Jack on the rocks.
J-
For...
Jim, if you don't have Jack.
Oh, I've got both. What's your name, hon? So I remember your face and your name.
Name is Maul.
Maul. That's a funny name. She gets you a Jack on the rocks, and she goes on to her business.
Yep.
Leaving you to nurse it.
Yep. I sit back and just watch.
It's a pretty lively night. It is Saturday night, and
They got line dancing.
it is line dancing tonight. A lot of people up in clogs, or what are those things called? Yeah, the little clapper shoes, like tap dancing shoes, but they're for line
I
dancing.
don't know that's how that works.
Okay.
I'm not sure you're right or wrong. It sounds awful though.
Yeah, they're up there dancing the night away, getting sloshed. It's a live band, and it seems like this is the place to be. Agent Heron, you're cruising all alone down this 2-lane road through the George Washington National Forest, and it's beautiful out. Do you have your windows down?
I do. Yeah, I like the smells of the
So you hear these really loud bugs just chirping away. You're kind of hearing the tires of your car in and out of the little pits of the asphalt as you're cruising down this road. And the road is pretty choked with trees up through this northern part. But once you pass the trout farm, it opens up into the valley and you can kind of see down into it. And it's beautiful. And I need an alertness check.
.86 out of 40. Not even close. More than double off.
So your steering wheel shudders for a second in your hand, like the power steering pump is going, and it jerks in your hand, but you grab onto it and you're like, what the hell is going on? And then your horn starts to honk. Honk, honk, and then it just starts blaring. And you are cruising down the road with your horn just honking as you make your way down through some turns. It doesn't stop honking until the car just cuts off and dies, and you stop. You try to pull off to the side of the road.
Yeah. I try to turn on my blinker or my emergency lights. I'm hitting the thing. It stops honking. Oh man, this is unfortunate. And I pull safely to one side, and I presume it's really dark now.
Yeah, it's really dark. You've got no power for this car. Like somebody just clipped the whole power circuits out of the car completely.
Does my cell phone have power?
No.
I wait that 30 seconds for my eyes to get a little bit adjusted to the light. And I reach into the bag and I put I get the new fancy pistol with the wing rounds, and I load that.
Damn. Paranoid.
Going straight to the gun. Jeez.
You're welcome.
I'm done here, man.
The poor farmer's about to die.
So you wait 30 seconds, you get your gun out, you've got it in your hands loaded, and you look over and your phone blinks back on. The screen comes back on. Is it an iPhone or does it say Samsung across the screen?
No, I'm a college professor. It says iPhone.
I like how those are the only two options.
Those are the only two options.
So the little Apple logo, it's 2023. The little Apple logo pops up. And your iPhone 12 or 13 comes on. And all is quiet. You start hearing the chirping again. And then you realize that it got really quiet for a second there.
I look up at the stars.
There's a lot of them.
Are
It's
any
beautiful.
of them weird and green?
Not that you see.
I paranoidly pick up my phone and I start running through my contacts. I gotta find Hammer and Husky. Do I have a signal?
You do. When everything comes back on, you get 3 bars.
My hands are still shaking, still holding the pistol, and I go and I try to start my car.
Your car starts. First try.
I give the horn a tentative tap.
Well,
I put the pistol back in the bag. I take my cell phone. I put it on speaker, and I call Husky.
you go past Hammer in your contact to get to Husky.
Hello. Beep. What's up, man?
I think I'm on the way in. My car just stopped, and my phone went dead, and I think I'm here.
I think
also
you think
got
you're
us
here in town.
rooms at the Haven Inn.
The Haven Inn. Okay, I'm assuming that's you set up a safe house there.
Yeah, it's a hotel, or not a hotel. It's like a bed and breakfast. It's pretty highly rated on their Google.
I see. Remind me when we have some downtime while we're doing our stakeouts to talk to you about Tradecraft.
Yeah, and I've got a bunch of documents that we can go over to give us like more clues on what's happening here. I think something happened to me though.
Something happened to you. Have you been made? Are you being followed?
The aliens might be following me.
Where exactly are you at?
I just passed the trout farm. I'm looking down into the valley. It's actually gorgeous. But yeah, give me another 20 minutes. I'm gonna head to the Haven Inn and check into our hotel room, or my hotel room, or bed and breakfast.
So you're not being followed.
I don't know. Maybe. There aren't any lights behind me right now.
Okay. How about I've been driving through town. I imagine I've seen Hammer's car in the Podonk's parking lot.
Yeah, you've also seen the green motorcycle
Where's the green motorcycle at?
at Podunk's.
Okay. I'm gonna be like, hey, don't go to the hotel yet. Meet me. There's a bar called Podonk's. Hammer's already there. Meet me there. I'll meet you in the parking lot. And what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna pull up to like an intersection before the bar, so he has to drive past me, so I can see if someone's following him. But I'm not gonna tell him that.
Okay. So it takes about 10 minutes for Heron to come into view, but Husky, you see him. He passes you, and he pulls into Podunk's parking lot. You wait another, 2-3 minutes to see if he's followed before you're satisfied that he is not being followed by a car.
Okay. I pull into the parking lot then.
All right, so we're gonna have a little reunion at Podunk's. Craven, what's this bar look like on the outside? You said it's an old barn.
Yeah, it's a big old barn. It's been restored, so it still looks like a barn, but it's also clearly a barn.
So you guys walk into kind of. I'm picturing that bar from the Roadhouse, like an old barn, right? That has been kind of converted.
Exactly.
And it's got this beautiful bar and a live band, and people are line dancing and having a great time. And this beautiful black-haired beauty behind the bar, she sees you guys as you walk in, and yeah, Agent Hammer's already there. He's nursing a Jack and Coke, Jim and Coke. Nope, Jim straight.
No, just Jack Straight.
Jack straight. I was never a bartender. She is flirting with you so hard. She keeps calling you stranger. And when you ask, she says her name is Billie Jean.
Okay, well, it saved me having to ask.
But you could still ask. What did you order when you walked up?
So I just asked for a beer, and I didn't specify what type or anything. Billy is IE, I'm assuming.
Yes.
What does she hand me? One in a bottle, a glass, or what does she hand?
It would be a draft pull.
Okay.
Mason jar. Mason jar.
That's. I'm trying to establish a little bit of an ambiance here.
Yeah, it's a mason jar.
Okay, that's what they serve in a mason jar. Does it have a handle, or it's got no handle?
No handle.
No handle mason jar.
It's a real mason jar. Like it had.
These are ice cold.
Oh yeah.
Ice cold ball jar.
Yep,
Yeah.
they keep the ball jars in the freezer.
Absolutely.
Nice.
I'm gonna.
This place is all class.
I'm gonna pay for the beer plus 50-60% tip. Oh no, it's a beer. It's really cheap, so I'll just leave like $10-20. And then head towards Hammer's table, but I'm not gonna go directly there. I'm gonna start circling around the room just to get a feel for how the room looks, and then I'll eventually circle around to where Hammer is.
Okay. It's a happen place, and you will see the guy that he's obviously in biker leathers, right? He's got the black helmet, or I'm sorry, the green helmet. He's sitting at a booth with a younger girl. She is this one right here. Sorry, you guys don't know her name yet. Let me edit that. Well, you know now.
Well, that's why his pants were on fire coming down the road.
I will give you I'll give you 5 luck if you can tell me what his name is.
Jack.
You get 5 luck.
That's Jackie Depp.
Are you muted again?
Yes, oh my god. Okay, so sorry, Jackie is sitting at a booth with this redhead, and it looks like they're having a heated conversation. Other than that, you see families out. They're all here really late still, and they're watching the dancers. But it looks like everything kind of wraps up at midnight.
When Raul comes in, I assume neither of you look at him and make any contact towards him. He's gonna go, oh, right, we're spies. And then he'll see the people dancing and go, oh, culture is shared through dancing. And he's going to go on stage and dance.
Oh boy. I bet you know some bluegrass with your buddy Jed and everything.
Yeah, this is right up his alley.
Yeah. I just want to see if you would fail a roll. So what would you roll for this? Dex? Just a straight Dex roll, I guess.
Like
It's true.
dodge. Dancing and dodging, practically the same thing.
If you can dance a wrench.
Just raw dex.
The times 5 of your Dex.
That makes it substantially better. I rolled a 65 out of 80.
Oh, excellent. Yeah. You're doing great.
I wish I would have had my boots that make the little clickety clicks like these. I wasn't prepared, but this is
Oh
this
my
is
God.
exhilarating.
You know what I'm talking about with the clickety clicks.
Eagle.
We're bringing up horrible childhood memories from Park Raven.
They were me too. I was totally there.
I'm gonna get side to side with one of the people and say like, "Hey, do you guys have some moonshine?"
He winks at you and he's like, "Yeah, right after this song, I got you, brother." And then after the song ends, he brings you back down off the stage and goes over to a duffel bag where he's got a bunch of moonshine. And he's like this old Asian-looking guy. Hold on, let me bring him in. He's wearing his cowboy hat and glasses, and he's got a goatee. And he goes, "Yeah, I got you. I got the good stuff right here. Here you go." Gives you, well, it looks like it's a mason jar. It looks like every other mason jar in Podunks. And he goes, "That's going to be about $30 there, son."
I reach around. I assume, oh, that's cash only. And then I reach around again and I give him $50.
All right. He pulls out his wallet and he thumbs through and he goes, "There you go." And he hands you a 20.
You could. Oh, thank you. And I cheers him.
That's right. Oh, you be careful with that.
This is a sipping one, not a chugging one. I say after I
Yeah.
drink on it for a good 30 seconds.
The hair on your upper lip immediately falls out.
But only half of it.
Yeah.
He goes, "Damn, you took a big bite about that one. Whew, damn. You all right there, son?"
Yeah. Raul's the name. It's nice to meet you.
Such a
Hold up
nice
my
GM.
hand.
Such a nice GM. Any other GM would have made you roll for that.
Roll Constitution.
He goes,
Or just straight poison.
I mean, 30 seconds of moonshine, you're going to get drunk as fuck. I just want you to
30,
RP it.
30
that-
seconds of moonshine, he's dead.
Yeah, I was about to say that's instant
30
vomit
seconds
all
of
over.
moonshine, he's just straight dead.
He holds his hand out. He goes, "My name's Braxton Coleman." And he shakes your hand. And he goes, "Now, you better sit down before that fucks you up."
And then
And-
Raoul immediately just falls over.
I turn to his left and say, "I'm Raul to nobody."
Oh, boy.
You about to find Jesus, boy.
You're going to have a great time. All right, let's say you stumble into the booth that Husky and Hammer are sitting at.
To be fair, we're not actually sitting at one booth. I made sure the people behind me were uncomfortable so that when Husky arrived, there was an open booth behind my booth. So we're back to back.
Oh, I see.
We're still talking, although mostly,
we're still talking.
mostly at this point about our compatriot who booked a public hotel room, used his personal credit card name, and then immediately got drunk on the first few minutes of the assignment.
Yeah.
Also doesn't
Oh,
know-
don't forget the
pro.
dancing. Don't
Also
forget the dancing.
doesn't know how to
and
check for a
again,
tail.
Making sure everyone knows his real name.
At that point, you feel two hands on both of your shoulders, and you can hear, "I found you guys!"
Okay. How do you guys react to that? Which one do you grab?
Both of them. If they're back to back, like I can get both shoulders.
Yep.
Like I'm having me in one booth and kind of straddling the middle part.
So people have kind of cleared out of the bar. after the dancing ended. Braxton, he's leaving, and as he comes by, he shakes Theo's hand again, and he says, "Hey, I don't know if you're gonna be staying around here, but if you do, you should come and see me tomorrow. I'll be at the town hall."
Yes, Braxton. Thanks.
I just want to make sure you survive the night, son.
And Braxton's buddy. Don't forget him.
Was there anything suspicious when I was scoping the town? Like, were there any other, like... Because I said I was looking for any more activity. I'm assuming that there wasn't any because you didn't say anything. But I just want to make sure.
Yeah, there wasn't really anything going on around you when you were scoping.
Okay.
Can I do a sniff test on his moonshine?
Yeah.
Like approximate proof.
Well, the original batch was probably somewhere around... No, probably around 80 or 90. But this has been cut. Braxton sold this newcomer watered down moonshine.
So it's like 35 proof.
It's pretty close, yeah.
Still strong.
It's still strong, but you can drink it straight without falling over too hard. Well, not if you're going to pull on it for 30 straight seconds. But
Correct.
Braxton says, "Have a good night," and he takes his 77-year-old sorry ass home because it's midnight.
bet that's the sheriff.
Or the mayor.
One of the two, yeah. So, remember there, Heron, when I said we had to talk about tradecraft?
I don't know that now's the best time. He's going to be lucky to remember his name in the morning.
Oh, no, I wasn't going to talk about it. I was just saying that, like, we need to add this list of things we got to talk about.
Oh, right. Gotcha. Yeah, no, I agree with that.
I think I did good. I met a guy. He was pretty nice. The locals are real friendly. You see us dancing?
You know, we
I'm
could throw
sorry,
them in
what?
the river. No one would ever know.
Yeah, I'm game.
Let's go see how much damage you did at the hotel.
We don't have to. We could just check in under our own fake names and you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really lucky to be able to find those extra rooms, though. Like, we got them. They're right there. Maybe. I might need a ride. Does this place have Ubers?
Yeah, just you'll have to go outside to use the Uber app. It doesn't work inside.
Oh, right, because of the sealer.
Correct.
Hey, you guys see my phone? Oh, here it is. It's in my pocket. I will be outside.
Yep. Alright, so you want to slip out the back now, or?
He's the one that knows all the info.
Yeah, all the info that we could easily pick up on our own with just a few minutes of dedicated, tradecraft. Fine. If you don't want to leave him, I get it. You did just say you wanted to throw him in a river, and I thought we were ready for that.
I mean, wanting to and being ready to do it are different things. But yes, I'd like to keep him alive for the time being. But that probably means we should go outside before he figures out that there is no Uber here.
Yeah. He's not riding in my car.
Valid point. It's a small town. We can probably walk.
We can just let him drive.
He would make a great.
Put him in the river. He can do it for us.
He'd make a great distraction. How did that guy bury the car into the church? Well, he was drunk. Yeah, but it's in the second floor.
Oh man.
So you guys leaving the bar and heading outside?
Yeah,
Yep.
It sounds like people are clearing out. I gotta get some sleep now that I've scoped the town.
All right, so you guys are going to see Jackie Depp leaving the bar with Eliza Abernathy. They look like they're having an argument still, and Eliza's like, she's not going to wait for you, Jack. She's not going to wait for you like me. And Jack's like, you don't know shit, Eliza. And he gets on his motorcycle, puts his helmet on, and wham, fucking pulls out and drives away. And Eliza's like, ah. She throws her hands up and goes back into Podunks.
They both still got all their fingers?
Yep.
Okay, just making sure.
All right, so the three of you are left outside alone in the parking lot. The three cars of yours are still there, and then there's also a truck, like a old Dodge, like a 53 Dodge. And it's sitting over there in the parking lot too.
That green motorcycle wasn't my Uber. It says I'll be here in 2 hours.
All right, well, I guess we'll see you at the hotel when you get there.
You can take me. I can cancel it. Please?
Oh,
Is this too real, Kizik?
No, see, you gotta try. So I just be in the back of it, and then I won't even get sick inside your car.
At that, you hear the doors on my car lock.
That means hop in, right? Hops it is. And I try it. Does a Jeep truck actually have a truck bed?
Well, he said he's got a Hummer.
Oh, it's not a Jeep truck anymore.
Yeah, it's an H3.
He's just hugging the spare tire on the back.
Yeah, you can try to climb up.
Yeah. It's pretty tall too, isn't it?
It is, but it's got like footholds on the back bumper, I think, that allow you to climb up so you can get stuff off the roof rack.
Husky opens his trunk and grabs something.
There, that's what it looks like.
Oh, so you do have the truck model.
Yep.
Okay, let's go ahead and import this in.
Oh, it's hideous.
Oh yeah, I know, it's beautiful. I mean, it's beautifully hideous.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
So
my
yes,
God.
there's a bed that you can get in.
I mean, that's actually probably a better solution than what I had in mind.
And from the bed, you're gonna hear, "Oh, did he get my bag out of the front seat? This has got all the stuff in it."
Immediately, the gas gets pushed. I'm hoping you topple out.
Give me a dex roll. You're at a -20. Because you're drunk.
93.
Oh, that's... Oh! Alright, you're gonna...
Is he conscious?
You remain conscious. I'm gonna say we're just fucking around right now, so you're not gonna take crazy damage, but
No, that's when I
pride is
reverse
hurt.
it. That's when I reverse it.
you're just gonna kill him now.
I'm so sorry.
This is what happens to spies.
So, he falls off the back of the truck. It's the pavement. He's in that drunken ouch state where, like, he doesn't really feel pain, but he knows he should.
He's gonna feel it tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. And as he's, like, looking himself over, Husky just stun guns him. And then,
God damn.
and then drags him to his car, shoves him in the trunk, closes the trunk, and drives to the hotel.
Alright, so you're shoving him into the trunk
Yep.
when Billie Jean and Eliza come out of the bar.
Nothing to
And
see
Billie
here.
Jean Billie Jean closes up the bar, and Eliza's like lighting up a cigarette, and she's watching you at the trunk. She hasn't like seen what you're putting into the trunk, right?
Oh,
She's
yeah,
just
I'm a
watching.
hitman. I'm a professional. I know how to handle a body.
Right. So you're putting him in. She's watching you from the front, and she lights up the cigarette. And she's like, huh. She says something to Billie Jean about Jack, and Billie Jean's like, "It doesn't matter. It's all gonna be over in a couple months anyway."
Can I
But,
roll
like,
awareness to hear what she said?
to hear which one?
You said she says something about Jack.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead and roll that awareness.
Might be relevant. I don't think I passed that though. What's my awareness at? No, I failed.
Your awareness is probably a 0.
Cool.
Your alertness.
Alertness.
Yes.
Your alertness should be higher.
Look, we're just gonna
My
take
bad.
that that's what it is now. Anyway, I failed that, so I didn't hear it.
Okay. What you do hear is you hear something like Billie Jean replying that it doesn't matter, it's all going to be over in a couple months. And the two of them get into the classic Dodge truck and they drive away.
Okay. I'm gonna drive to the hotel.
Okay. The
And-
Haven Inn.
I'm gonna go to the inside, and I'm assuming there's someone in reception, and I'm gonna ask for a room, and I'm gonna provide a fake name.
Oh, sorry, man. They're like all reserved. I had a guy like call in here a couple hours ago and take the last 3.
I'm gonna put $500 on the desk, and I'll be like, "Are you sure?"
Whoa, dude! Like, fuck yeah, man. This guy Raul hasn't shown up yet, so like, I'm just gonna give you his room, and I'm gonna tell Miss that like you came in and Raul didn't. So yeah, here.
And he gives you the key to lodge number 3.
Okay. I take it. I give him a super fake name, and I pay for everything in
Miss-
cash.
Sorry, Mr. Super Fake.
Yep.
Mr. Super Fake. Okay, cool. Yeah. All right, man. Totally. There's a continental breakfast in the morning if you guys are like feeling up to it.
Yep. Sounds good. And I'm gonna drag the drunken body of of Aaron to lodge number 3.
I'm also going to check in under a fake name. Mr. Mall.
So like the last 2 rooms are reserved. It was Mr. Hammer and a Mr. Husky was supposed to take them. So I have to wait until like 2 in the morning before I can release them.
No, you don't.
You gonna give me a persuade roll?
I'm gonna give you a roll. Let's see. How many points did I put into that? Oh, nope, it is a persuade roll.
How'd it go?
I'm finding out. Pretty good. 74 out of 80.
That's a pass.
Yeah. What are you saying? No, give it to me.
I give him the look.
So like time's relative, right? It's got to be like 3 a.m. somewhere. So here, Mr. Mall, you're in lodge number 4.
Don't
You have a
think-
wonderful night.
You too. And then I go to check in to my room.
I'm gonna go buy a bag of weed. I've got $500, dude.
Things you shouldn't tell strangers.
Note to self: just bring bag of weed next time. Probably cheaper.
Sweet, man. Okay, so you guys head to lodge number 3 and 4, respectively. So I'm imagining Haven Inn is like it's kind of a old style hotel where there were like separate buildings all around a central location. So each lodge is like its own little house. So you guys are actually right next to each other in 3 and 4. But let's start with Hammer. You go to 4, and Mr. Mall, what do you want to do with your evening?
Oh, well, I'm gonna see if that moonshine survived that fall, or if it landed in the back of my truck, and then I'm gonna drink the rest of that.
Give me a luck roll.
No chance.
It fell. We don't know what happened to it. It's not in the back of your truck.
Probably
Held
just
on
well.
to it.
Maybe. We'll
Oh, I
see.
hope you better not have, because that would have shattered as soon as you hit the ground.
There's a bar in here, a little mini bar.
Oh yeah, I'll raid that.
Good deal. So your plan is to get nice and toasted and then fall asleep?
Not toasted, just warm and cozy.
Okay. You get warm and cozy. And let's go to lodge number 3, where Mr. Superfake and his trunk companion. What are you guys doing?
Is he awake
Yeah,
yet?
who definitely went unconscious because of the drinking and not the taser.
Oh, I'm not even going to tell him that I stun gunned him. Like, that's a secret. And Hammer doesn't know, so...
I have no idea.
Yeah.
100% true.
I'm never going to tell him. He passed out.
Yeah, no, he's lost my respect. He clearly, passed out because he drank so much.
Well, he's coming to.
Okay, he's going to come to, handcuffed to a chair.
Oh my god.
Yep. And he's going to probably catch the tail end of Husky rigging a shotgun to the door. In like a booby trap fashion, and bolting the door shut and then putting a chair underneath. Like, the door is super barricaded and there's a shotgun on it. And he's gonna turn and see Zwicka and be like, oh good. I just wanted to make sure you didn't like try to stumble out of the door while the shotgun was there. It would have been messy. And he's gonna uncuff him.
Oh, that's a shot.
That's a shotgun. That's right. Don't go near the door.
Did you get my bag out of my car?
Nope. And then with that, Husky's going to collapse on the bed and go to sleep.
So, I'm gonna curl up into the bathtub.
All right. Cool. Oh man. So we start the next day.
We're the best of friends already.
Yeah, you guys are great. Great. Oh man. So we're going to start the next day with each of you waking up remembering a fleeting dream and just losing it. You're like, God damn it, I can't grasp onto what it was, but it was something just fucked up. Theo's in the bathtub. We've got Chad, you're laying on the bed. The shotgun's still rigged to the door. And then over in lodge number 4, Sergeant Hammer, you wake up. What's your morning routine? Who wakes up first? Is it like a 4 o'clock in the morning? Is one of you guys like that? Like every day before the sun?
Yeah, 6 a.m. sharp. I go for my run.
Okay. And you run around the town? Is that your plan?
I mean, I just run, so yeah, if this is where we're at, this is where we run.
Well, you got some options. So when you head out, right? Or do you look like you're getting ready for a jog and like warming up around the Haven Inn?
No, I do all my stretches in the room. I literally run out of the door of the hotel and continue running, like Forrest Gump style.
Okay, cool. So you're on your run, and you got a couple different options. You can like run around town, or you can like run up. There's a ton of like ATV trails and stuff that head off into the woods. Which way do you want to run? And remember, this whole place is a valley, so like you're going uphill no matter what you do.
Oh yeah, that's fine. I will try the trails if they don't look too uneven and like a good way to break an ankle.
So is it like a mile run, a 2 mile run? What do you do? A 10 mile.
10 miles every morning. Takes about 40 minutes.
Fucking God, man.
Yep. You don't get this body without work, man.
Did you say 10 miles in 40 minutes?
Mm-hmm.
A mile in 8 minutes is fantastic, by the way.
He knows.
So he is Usain Bolt for 10
I
minutes.
was, I was about to say he's fucking putting Forrest Gump to shame.
Yeah, right? So you're out, you're running. Give me an alert awareness check.
All right, hold on.
So he's got to take a negative to that because he's moving so fast. It's hard
Yeah.
to see.
You're
I'll
so
take it.
fast. Give me an alertness check just straight up.
He's outrunning people on those speed bikes.
World record mile times are 420.
So I got a 23 out of 70 or 80? 70.
Oh, good. You hear a large thing moving through the woods, chasing you.
I'm gonna post up behind a tree, or post up against a tree, and I'm not gonna draw my my revolver yet.
Oh, you run with your revolver?
But yeah, I'm an American, bro.
I just like that you didn't call it beforehand, but that's okay. You post up behind a tree, that's alright, and you hear a as this fucking massive bear comes running up the same trail that you were just on. And it's going to roll an alertness versus your stealth. Give me a stealth check.
Is it versus that does? Hold on. Do I give you a stealth check, or do you roll against my stealth check?
So you're going to
How'd that
roll me
work?
a stealth check, and I roll it, it's contested.
Okay.
If you pass, and it's a higher pass, then you win.
Almost passed it.
So you
So we
did
can
fail.
spend luck points to.
Yeah, let's go into luck real quick.
If
Do you
it's-
guys see...
If it's contested,
That is a-
oh, hold on, I have a game question. If it's contested, doesn't he still have to roll it to see if he failed worse than Craven did before you do that?
Yes, I did roll it,
Okay.
but I haven't told him what I got yet.
Okay. I was
Yes,
just
well-
I was just wondering mechanically because, like, in theory, he could have failed it worse than Craven, and even though Craven failed, he would still succeed because it's a contested check. That is how it works, right?
Yes, but I'm being an asshole and I'm not telling him.
Oh
what
no,
I
no,
rolled.
you're good. You're good.
I'm just
gonna
making-
pass this.
I'm just making sure I understand the system.
Yes,
I'm
so
gonna spend 5 luck points to pass it.
I would like to just turn everyone's attention to the luck mechanic sheet that I've put next to character sheets. It says you can use your luck to do things. Luck cannot be used to do things, and regaining luck can do things too. So now we've got a little nice luck cheat sheet. I also added this over here. It's Ghost's House Rules, and it goes through rolling a 69, doing the luck thing, the HP at character creation, and breaking points, which we haven't gotten to yet, but we might get there tonight, maybe. When we get there, I'll explain it, but breaking points can be kind of fun. All right, so you want to spend some luck to pass your roll, is that correct?
Mhm.
How much do you have to spend?
5.
So spend 5 luck
Mhm.
to make that a pass,
Mhm.
and the bear will start to move on down the trail in the direction you were headed, but he's
All right.
gone past you.
Yep. I am going to stealthily go back the way I came. Because I don't want to deal with a bear.
That makes sense. All right.
Was that halfway
When-
through my jog? How far into my jog was that?
Yeah, let's say that was halfway through.
All right, perfect. I'll just run back to the hotel.
Okay.
Downhill, no less. I'm on the easy stretch now.
Right?
No, it's uphill both ways.
Yeah, it's uphill both ways. Now it's snowing.
Oh man, my shoes aren't working. Dad told me about this.
So, when I wake up,
Yeah.
is Heron covered in his own vomit?
I think he made it without puking last night.
Excellent. So I'm just going to shake him awake then.
You're not gonna waterboard him?
If he was covered in vomit, I was just going to cut the shower on.
Matt,
Man, I'm gonna have to redo my vehicle. Oh,
He's found something
I found
even
a better
worse.
I found so much better. This is the Hammermobile, right here.
Oh, that is pretty cool.
Oh, there's even better pictures of it.
No, see,
Oh,
that looks
God.
actually cool. That I don't want him to have something actually cool. I like that he was in something retarded and dumb.
So look, I'll tell you what. You edit. You take the time and get your picture right, and then
Yep.
maybe next episode it's sitting at the car dealership, and you can pick it up.
Oh, just trade it in. Yeah, because I might need something a little more off road than the off the shelf one I have.
Exactly.
Makes sense.
We'll work on that.
Anyway, I'm going to try to wake Heron up, and then get situated for the morning, grab the continental breakfast, and take him to get his car back.
Heron's dead.
Okay.
No, just kidding. Aaron, where are you?
Notice how I didn't even hesitate.
Take a couple of minutes of you're going to think he's dead because he hasn't drinking that much in a long time.
No, I'm pretty experienced with dead bodies.
He's still got a pulse. Punch. Still got a pulse. Punch, punch. Still got a punch. Now you get a pencil and you poke me in the side. Car trouble. The aliens are coming. So you shotgun trapped me in the room.
Dude, at this point the shower is on. Full blast and cold.
No, you see, he's got to get in my car,
Oh,
right?
he doesn't have to.
That's a valid point, but I was gonna let him ride in the car because he's not covered in puke. So, you know how much shit Hammer's gonna give you for wussing out on a little bit of moonshine like that. Come on, man, get up. Let's get some breakfast. I get you back to your car.
Yeah. We're supposed to go over all the stuff we're looking for.
Yeah, it would have been nice if you hadn't gotten drunk and had done that.
I mean,
My God.
yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so Tradecraft 101, don't use your real name, don't use your real credit card. Don't tell people what you're doing, don't get drunk, don't not be able to check for tails. We'll cover all of it later. Well, it's new for you, I get it. Let's go get breakfast and get your stuff.
You see him writing on his hand, with his finger, all of the things you just said, Tradecraft 101, and he's mumbling as he's trying to make it into the car.
And don't write anything down.
It's the judge. How did you know?
Burn after reading.
He hands you the cigarette lighter.
I'm wiping a little bit on my shirt.
Man. So we grab some continental breakfast to go, and then go get his car, or what's left of it, assuming that it's still there.
So yeah, you go to the Continental Breakfast and you meet this lady. She's runs the Haven Inn. She greets you guys. She's like, "Is one of you Mr. Raoul? I talked to you on the phone last night.
No.
You guys came in early? No?
No.
Huh.
Nope. I'm Mr. Superfake. I came in last night and there was an available room, and your young man running the night table was very, very nice gentleman. Checked me in. What's your name?
Time? No. What time did you come in? Because he's not here now.
I must have been 2, 3 in the morning.
So he was here at 2 in the morning?
I don't remember rightfully exactly what time it was because I was coming in from the Podunk. It would have been after midnight, yeah, something like that.
My name is Mrs. Pocock, Brandy Pocock. The night manager, his name was Michael, and I'm trying to find him. He was supposed to be here this morning when I came in, and he wasn't here. Did he show any craziness when you checked in?
Oh no, he seemed perfectly reasonable. He's a very nice young man.
Strange. Okay. Well, thank you. Enjoy your breakfast.
She's the manager or the owner?
Owner.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. So you get your breakfast.
Oh.
And you head over to Podunk's, which is the building is closed, but the car's still out front.
Yep.
And when you get there, there's a sheriff's cruiser sitting behind Theo's car.
And that old guy from last night sitting behind the wheel.
No.
Oh, damn.
So you pull up into the parking lot,
Mhm.
and let me get him out here. This guy sitting behind the wheel of the sheriff's car, and he's sitting behind Theo's car.
I mean, I'm gonna tell Theo to go get in his car and drive back to the hotel. If this guy doesn't get out of the car to say anything to us, I think we should just move on. It's pretty normal fare for people who didn't want to drive drunk to have gotten a ride and need to get their car back.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk past him, having that big eye, like still rubbing my eyes. And I walk into the car, and I turn it on.
Yeah, he's gonna put his window down as you're walking by, and he's gonna put his arm out and look at you. He goes, "This your car, sir?"
Yes. Yeah. We came in last night late, and I had a little too much to drink, so I left it here. I'm sorry. Is there a parking fine or something?
Absolutely not. You did the right thing, not driving.
Oh, thanks.
No, thank you. You have a nice day.
It's nice to meet you. Or maybe. I don't know. What's your name? Oh,
My name's Deputy Best, and he holds his hand out to shake yours.
hi, Best. I'm Theo. But you probably knew that from pulling my license plate, right?
He gives you a wolfish smile, and he goes, "Yes, I did, Mr. Raoul. Is it?"
Yeah. Are you friendly to the guys?
I'm not gay, if that's what you're asking.
Oh no. Okay then.
If you look back at Husky after having said that, the daggers he's shooting at your face will probably burrow through one side and out the other.
You're gonna wish you'd pitched him in the river.
Already do.
All right, deputy. Thanks.
Well, have a good one. And he pulls away in his car, heads out and over the bridge. And you can get your car. What's your plan now?
I'm gonna pull my car up next to Husky and say we should have some kind of briefing.
Yeah, back at the hotel, and as soon as we get back to Hammer, so we only got to do it once. Also, we need to do something about your license plate, but we'll do that later.
Yeah, okay. Have you seen any fast food places? Like I'm running low on biodiesel.
That's a valid point. I'm assuming that there are, because they said there's Modern Conveniences right next to old churches, so there's got to be various greasy fast food.
There's definitely a diner. What do you guys want the diner to be called?
Oh, it's an old school diner. We're not even talking about corporate chains here. Okay.
Yep, old school diner.
The Lucky Chicken.
Ooh, that's a good one.
The Lucky Chicken.
I was going to go with Mikey's, but I like Lucky Chicken better.
So there's got to be a couple different places, right? So there's got to be a hamburger place. What do we want to? We can call the hamburger place Mikey's.
Hold on. How big is the town? Because there doesn't have to be.
Well, so I'm thinking this place has about 5,000 people living in it. So we wouldn't get the massive corporate chains like a Waffle House, but we'd get, a day or a mom and pop kind of place.
Yeah, a diner would cover all of that.
That's true. I just didn't know if you wanted to throw. We had like a Doctor's Donuts before and a
Well,
You know, either place.
I like the idea of it having both, but just because you said that it was industrialized and there was like any growth town is going to have the chains, but it's going to also have the old school diners and hamburger shops you're talking about, because it's going to have been an old town and it's going to have this
Right.
new growth in it. And I like the idea that there's both.
All right, so
Just my
let's
2
do a
cents.
dollar store too.
Of course.
It's a Dollar General. It's a Dollar General.
It's a
It's a
99-cent store.
It's a generic dollar-esque store.
Dollar-esque. That's what we're gonna call it. Dollar-esque.
So it's Mike's Burgers or Mikey's Burgers, Lucky Chicken Diner, and Dollar-esque Store, Dollar-esque General.
Dollar-esque in general. There we go. And we can come up with more too. I mean, like, I didn't put a tag for Cooper's music. Kizik, where would Cooper's music be?
It would be a little ways out of town. Just a little tiny store. It's got 6 little spots and a little building with 4 rooms in it.
Beautiful. Next time we play, I'll have a town map and have things like generated on the town map too. I just ran out of time.
I know how that is. I'm trying to spin up for Traveler, and I've got so many things I have to do and not enough time to do them.
It's daunting, isn't it?
Yep. It's especially
And
at
you're like,
first.
Oh, I threw 16 hours into this game, and then we start the game, and I'm like,
Immediately go to a different location. Yeah, oh yeah. Oh, I know. Why do you
No
think I
one-
wanted to do
no
all
one
those
did.
pre-sessions?
Right.
I can help you with some of these because I might make generic locations for mine, and maybe we can share.
okay, yeah, do that. So you guys go back to Haven Inn, and you're gonna do this debriefing, right? So do you do it in lodge number 3 or lodge number 4?
It really doesn't matter. We need to locate Hammer first, so imagine that involves us going up to his door and knocking on it.
Yep. So he's in lodge number 4, and he's just come back from a run. Do you take a shower after your run, or do you just go on dankness?
Yeah, I take a shower. I mean, I'm not done exercising, so I don't take a shower yet.
Right. So you might be catching him.
I mean,
It's calisthenics time down.
we catch him as he's coming back and be like, "Hey, you gonna exercise all day? We're gonna do this mission."
I mean, not all day. I got.
I'll tell you what.
I got it.
Let him do his calisthenics, and he can listen while you talk.
Oh yeah, perfect.
Compromise
Outside in the
in the building, and oh my god, we need to talk.
All right. So I bring my briefcase out and I put that down and I open it up. And you see there's a gun just like hastily put in there, and the shells are the bullet things just like ripped open, and there are 2 or 3 just extra bullets in the ground. And there's even like a little nick on one of them because you said they're really sharp. And I cut myself last night. So then I take a deep breath and go, okay, guys, are you guys ready for all of this stuff? Hey, did you like sweep for bugs? Because maybe that's like something we should do before we start talking about stuff.
Yeah, that's actually a really good idea. I'm gonna get some equipment. I'll be right back. And I go to my car and grab some of my anti-surveillance stuff and my laptop and come back. Then I sweep
Okay.
for bugs, obviously.
Is that a tradecraft thing that you know about, like, personally? Could you describe it, or I'm just kind of curious of what happens there. Is it like an IR camera that you're looking for lens
So-
reflections?
The
and stuff?
radio.
I mean, yeah, traditionally you would use things that detect radio and magnetic frequencies because all microphones have those frequencies to them. So you would have a little like Almost
Have a
like
software radio.
it's like a Geiger counter style thing that you'd wave all over the room, and if it starts making noises where it shouldn't, then there's probably a microphone or a speaker there, and you got to go look for it.
I mean, you can also just take a regular radio and turn it up, and then put it on a station that doesn't exist, and then you move it around, and you'll get different static.
Yeah, but Husky's a hitman, so he's gonna have some super like sci-fi gadget to do it.
I like the idea of both of you having two different ways of doing it, and
Absolutely.
you're like rushing around the room.
Well,
trying to
the other
finish.
thing is, I imagine that Heron's character is watching both of us, going, "What the hell are they doing?"
No, it's so sweet for bugs. They got it. I
right.
look at the bottom of the bedspreads because I know that bed bugs are there sometimes, and I don't think you have bed bugs in here.
I do spend some of our time searching for bugs, explaining in excruciating detail the hammer, the things that Heron has done. That's last night.
And then he told the cop his real name.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
I saw a bear this morning.
Is it still alive?
Yeah, I'm not fighting a bear.
It is a big bear.
It was-
then.
It was a very large bear. Yes.
Oh. Well,
was
I mean,
jogging.
we're in a valley out in the wilderness. It's not unexpected to see a bear.
You saw a bear? That was really cool.
I'm gonna take a quick
Yeah.
bio.
No, it definitely was not really cool. It's a bear.
Yeah, but it's like in its natural habitat. Oh man, the native.
I was in its natural habitat.
It's those. Oh, cool. My car broke last night for a couple of minutes.
What?
It's like the same. I was driving down the highway. I was listening to the sounds of the bugs screaming. They weren't screaming; they're making their little bug sounds. And I was looking at the beautiful valley as we're coming into it, and then all of a sudden first my horn started beeping, and then my car turned off, and then I looked for my cell phone to get a flashlight, and I couldn't find one. And then I cut myself on one of those bullets because they're really sharp. And then I held on to the gun, and then my car turned back on, and I came into town. So just like seeing a bear.
Just like
Right.
it.
Right. You'll have to go jogging with me. Maybe you can see a bear for real and tell me for sure it's definitely the same thing.
Yeah, I bet you run. Oh, let's see. World record mile time is 4 minutes and 20 seconds for 1 mile. You're super fit. I bet you could run about a 5-minute mile.
I don't really time it.
I figured that's the only thing you would do. You need to know how to be better. I'll time
What?
you. You know all of your rep counts and how much calories go into your body.
Yeah, I know how much calories I need. I know how fast I burn the calories.
They have breakfast, by the way, and you don't.
Who doesn't?
You don't. You didn't go to the continental breakfast yet.
Oh yeah, I'll go there. Pre-shower.
Pre-shower.
Oh yeah, pre-shower.
You meet this lady too, then Brandy Pocock, and she's super nice to you too. She offers you eggs and sausage and bacon, and
Accept all of it. That is exactly what I needed.
I'm back.
are you new in town? Are you gonna be here for a little while?
We don't know yet.
You don't know? Well, I suggest that you stay around for a little bit. We've got a county fair coming up, which is really cool. They get a big Ferris wheel out there, and the town council comes together, and we do this fair and street festival every year, and that's going to be a lot of fun.
It sounds interesting. We might give that a shot.
We? Is it you and your family?
Oh no, I'm here by myself.
Oh, so the royal we then.
Royal we.
I understand. Well, I hope you enjoy your visit, Mr.
Maul.
Maul. Oh, you're in lodge number 4. I got you. Yeah, on the books. Good deal. Hey, when you came in last night, did you happen to see Michael, the late night clerk?
I don't recall him giving me a name.
But
There
you
was a
talked
young
to
man
him?
here. Yeah, there was a young man here. He checked me in.
Did he say anything to you?
He at first said there was no rooms, and then he found a room.
Okay then. Well, enjoy your stay.
Oh, yes, he did. He said, "Hold on, how did it go?" He said, "I just got $500. I'm gonna go buy some weed." And I was like, "Things you don't say to strangers you don't know." And that's it.
Yeah, that doesn't seem right.
Doesn't seem very smart, right? Like you don't go telling strangers, "I'm gonna go do drugs."
Well, it is legal here in Virginia now, so. But that doesn't seem like something Michael would say, so.
I don't know how to respond to that. Like, are you questioning whether I heard him say it? Are you saying it's just weird?
Yeah, I'm just saying it's weird is all.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree.
Okay. Well, thank you, Mr. Mall. Enjoy your stay here in Two Oaks, and if you come to the street fair, be sure to stop by the town council booth, where I'll be, and I'll give you, cookies or something.
Okay.
Maybe we're doing popcorn. I can't remember. And you go back to your room with your huge continental breakfast.
Huge. A lot of calories I got to put back in there.
It's fucking huge.
What?
I said it's fucking huge. All right, so you come back into your room in lodge number 4, and now everybody's got a breakfast, so you can sit around this table with some breakfast stuffs and have this conversation.
Yeah,
So I'm imagining.
have a briefing.
Yeah, let's do this briefing.
So last night my car died. I told you that already. Now we've got to find those 2 people. But here's, in a nutshell, what's maybe been going on in Two Oaks. There's a lot of glowing orbs in the sky. One time the glowing orbs made a plane disappear. I've got I've got a file on my phone with a video of that. But we're all eating here. There's nope, don't flip over that one. There's some cows that get turned inside out. That's kind of wild.
Hey, I don't want you to step on your briefing here, Aaron, but is any of this information actually like helpful to our current objective of locating these 2 agents?
No, but this is just the stuff that's happening around here. And I figure
So
that's-
new tradecraft thing. Don't ask questions you don't want answers to.
Don't ask questions. But how are you going to learn about?
I didn't say don't ask questions. I said don't ask questions you don't want answers to. In that briefing, there's probably some useful information about how to find these agents or what might have happened to them. We get that there's weird stuff going on. It's just that
We don't care.
it's been my experience that sometimes if you dig too deep, you find out things you don't want to, and that gets people killed. I'm not. This isn't an archaeological dig. We're not looking to uncover the history. We have an objective, and we need to accomplish it. In that massive pile of files and folders right there, there's got to be. I mean, obviously, the colonel thought there was something useful there, relevant to what we were doing. So surely there's some useful information for trying to locate these 2 agents.
Yeah, he said to locate him, but also to verify all of this information that could be false because that guy may have been an alien the whole time. There's a bunch of missing kids. 2 of them, they don't know what happened. One of them died in the lake. There's a lot of stuff.
Kizik, did you see this backpack down here with your character sheet?
No.
If you open it up, it's got the
I did.
videos. You can pull out the videos and show them.
Yeah, when he says like, "Hey, like, don't ask questions," I'm gonna pull out this one and say, what are those? How does that work?" See, those ones aren't even that scary. See, look at that, just boom, zoomed off. That's not things that we know how to do.
So you've heard of this thing called Photoshop, right?
Yeah, I'm using it right now.
One of the reasons that we were sent here was to verify stuff. Finding videos and things in this backpack that I personally heard Greenheart tell you was suspect. I wouldn't lean on any of this for info, unless it's relevant to our current objective. In the course of our investigation of these two agents, I think we'll determine if there's something seriously strange going on. But we've been told a few things already, and one of the things we've been told is that any information you took from those files is suspect. Also, I don't know how we're supposed to verify like things that happened in the past that there's obviously no documentation of. I don't know how we're supposed to verify that. I think that the gist of what we were sent here to do, and you gentlemen might disagree with me, which is fine, is to verify whether or not there's something going on strange around here. Since there were two agents who were obviously looking at such things, I still think our primary concern needs to be locating them or any documentation they left behind, which will probably lead us to where we need to go.
So we have their GPS locations. Let's go find them.
I think that's a great idea. Hammer?
Yeah. I guess we'll take mine. I'm a bit more built for this kind of area.
Where are those GPS locations relevant to us? Like, are they in town, in the hills? Where are they at?
So both of them are north of you. I'm putting them on the map. This one's Ringo's GPS location, and then this one is Red's.
That sounds good. I think we should go investigate those. If I Google Earth it, is it like a lot of houses around it, or are they off in the woods by themselves?
Yeah, both of them are pretty rural up there. The town doesn't really stretch up. There's a couple farms and stuff like that around, but they're pretty. There's at least like 3 to 5 acres for every lot up there.
Okay. I'm at a coin toss for which one to go to, so if you guys have a preference.
Let's go to the furthest one and then get the closer one on the way back.
Well, we're early morning, right? Or mid morning?
Yeah, let's call this like 7:30.
All right.
So we're going to take one vehicle, or we're going to take multiple vehicles? Because
I'll just take the truck.
Okay, I need to get a few things. I'll be right back. And Husky grabs his normal kit.
Your soft-sided coolers.
No.
I
Not.
tell you not to worry too much. I have a false bottom in the truck bed.
Oh, if I need something that big, everything on my character sheet is his normal kit.
Yep.
But the thing he was probably going to get were the dart gun and the IED. All right, let's roll.
All right, you cruise like 15 minutes north. Who's driving? It's going to be Maul, right? Hammer?
Hammer.
There's a lot of names.
Mr. Maul is my pseudonym.
Hammer, which one are you going to first? I think
The
the original
farthest one.
suggestion, was Ringo's first. Okay. Let's make sure we got everybody off of the map that we need to get off the map. Yep. Okay, cool. Pack this map up. Do 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 do. Wait. I said we're going to Ringo's, didn't I?
Quick, get all the information you can before he changes the map.
All right, so you cruise up to this house. It's on like a 3-acre lot, and out front there's a white USPS van and nothing else. This house does not have a garage or a back deck or anything like that. It's just stairs leading up to the front door, and the front door is this side right here. You could walk around the house first and get a good view of it, but it's basically just a nice, modern, plastic-sided house. 1 story, 2 bedrooms, it looks like, from the outside.
I do want to make a perimeter check before going in, looking for security systems, booby traps, etc., looking in all the windows.
Our guys were USPS workers at Twin Oaks. Just helping.
Give me those awareness rolls. Or search rolls, sorry. Search.
Search, not alertness.
Correct, search.
I'm good at searching. This is where I shine as an archaeologist.
Oh, you better, because my roll is going to have to be really good in order to pass.
I somehow passed.
I just barely failed.
0 is just 0, right?
Yeah,
I got a 3 out of 20.
nice.
I thought
I couldn't get a 300 out of 100.
No, I thought
Correct.
straight zeros was 100 because there is no zeros. There is no 0 in a D100.
Straight zeros is 100, yes.
Yes.
But he got a 0, 0, and a 3.
Oh, okay.
So that would be a 3.
I got a 51 out of 80.
Okay, so we got 2 passes and a fail, right?
I don't see shit.
Mark your failures, because when we have a recovery period, you guys can like level them up.
Oh yeah, good call. Good call. That one.
I failed 3 alertness rolls.
Check alertness then. Okay, so you're walking around the house, and Theo, you're looking kind of like from a anthropologist standpoint, right? So this is a modern house. It was put in within the last 10 years. The ground beneath it is like that red clay mud that Virginians love to have in their boots and tires. And you're looking at this thing, and somebody's been living here for 2 years, but like the past 2 weeks, grass has grown up. There hasn't been someone here for at least 2 weeks as you're looking around. And let's see, what else could you gain from this? Oh, you know what? There's an old dog. He's chained up out back. He's got a big igloo doghouse. And as you come around the corner, he sits up and wags his tail. And then he comes to like the end of the chain that's like next to his igloo house. And he's just this big, fluffy, matted mess of a dog. He's wagging his tail as you come up. Looks a bit underfed.
2 weeks. He's
What
probably
kind of dog?
starving.
What kind of dog you want it to be? A black lab, golden retriever, something like that. Husky.
Burmese mountain dog.
Burmese mountain dog.
Whatever kind of dog he is, I'm gonna feed him. Yeah. 2 weeks.
Can I help feed him too? I hold my hand up and I say, he's trying hard to get a dog breed in.
So he looks like a Saint Bernard almost, right? brown, black, white
Check,
chest.
check.
There
I
we
can hear you
go.
now.
Pitbull Rottweiler.
He's a Burmese mountain dog now.
Damn it. Gotta look that up and make sure that actually looks cool. Otherwise, we gotta kill it and get another one.
There are no wells on this property.
Yeah, so I kneel down
Oh, that
and
dog's gonna die.
and I look around for some food. I help him out. Give him some pets. I say, "Oh, he's a good boy. Where's your buddy? Where's your dad?"
I mean, assuming that I'm there and can do this, which I was walking around the perimeter, so I imagine I would have found the dog, even though I failed my alertness roll. I'd like to let him loose.
Yep, you can do that.
That would help him find, huh?
Yes. So as soon as I let him loose, does he take off in a certain direction?
Give me a luck roll.
Okay. Oof, I failed that luck roll. And it's far enough off that I can't really push it with points. I mean, I could, but it'd be bad.
Can you use luck to push luck?
No, you can't. All right, so the dog runs up onto this back deck and starts pawing at this back door. And he's just whining up there, pawing at this back door. Just like kind of slamming it almost with two paws, coming up on his back legs and slamming back down again, pawing at that door.
We open the door.
Yeah, that's what food is inside.
Guns out. I
Wait,
can't.
are these big dog? How big is this dog?
It's big.
All right, it can live.
He's like 140 pounds.
Yeah.
Who's in the house first?
I was going to do that, but I'm okay if someone else wants to.
Same.
You gonna draw straws then?
Roll the little dice of your D10.
I'll just let him go. If the
I was gonna just let you go.
If the door's rigged with a shotgun, I'm okay with that.
Raul just barged in front of us.
The dog is hungry, guys. Let's help him find some food.
Oh my god, the dog!
Blam!
pull out the shotgun.
Oh,
right,
I
so
got a string of knot loads, and I've got a ton of white balls. You got to do the not mod loading thing, the mod
Hold
catching
on,
thing.
so you don't see the walls.
Nope, don't see anything. I've got
There's a big black circle right here.
Yep, I've got nothing
Okay.
but white little I didn't load perks everywhere.
Oh, my walls.
I can see the walls. They look like styrofoam.
They do. They're supposed to look like styrofoam.
That just means that in your cookies in your web browser, you've already loaded that somewhere.
Yeah, I see a guy cut in half.
I
Very
do.
neatly.
Okay, see that now.
Good. Okay, that's the important thing.
Just very neatly just chopped right in half.
So Chad and Hammer are through the door. Let's get you guys in here. And Theo.
After you, sir. No, after you, sir. No, after you, sir.
Theo heard weapons out and is looking for which hip he put his pistol on, and then looks up and you guys are both in. Oh, sorry, almost there.
Is the dog eating the corpse?
Well, the dog runs in. He doesn't eat the corpse, but he starts whining at the foot of this man, who is, yes, very, very much split in, cut in twine, bifurcated.
Neatly cut in twain, or like
Something crawled out of
ripped
him.
in twain.
If only you had a forensics anthropologist.
It's a shame. Oh well, can't solve this one.
Oh, sorry, guys. Well, that's messed up. Can I take a look at that body?
I look. You don't have to ask permission.
But the rules in tradecraft, it's a lot.
Mhm.
And I look for where I holstered my weapon again, and I put it back down, and then oh man, my bag is back outside. Just a second. And I run back outside, I get my bag, and I come right back in, and I open it up, and I start to examine the body. I'm very specifically concerned about what his teeth did. Does he still have a skull?
Give me a roll. I think it's a forensics roll.
This is where we find out he doesn't have any skills in forensics. He's been faking it the whole time.
I'm
That
not
would
really
be
a doctor.
that would be hilarious.
He's really a
here's-
dentist.
Here's where I roll a 76 out of 50.
Oh no. This man has been cut in twain.
You got a 50 in your key stat.
Anthropology and archaeology, I have a 70 and 60.
Oh, okay.
I see.
Okay. Actually, no, that makes sense. That's
He's like, I'm not sure what killed him.
Yeah, I need him to be dead for another 20 years, and then I can tell you how his remains have fossilized. But I think he's cut in half.
A true doctor.
Hammer just face palms. Like, what the
All right. I will I'll give you a little bit of clues here. Go ahead.
I look at the ceiling to see if there's a tentacle monster on the ceiling.
No, it's just a giant spider. It drops down on top of you.
it hurts me to know that I'm the GM that hurt you.
Wait,
The man cut in half here was cut in half with it looks to be like a rotating blade, like a chainsaw maybe,
chainsaw.
because the blood spatter just goes in a line, but like it goes all the way up the wall, on the ceiling, and back down the other side, except for one spot where maybe a man was standing with the saw. There's no blood behind that. It's like absence of blood. So it was all caught by whoever was standing there.
Like a man shape?
It is a man shape.
And this way?
Yeah, standing like there.
Right?
I'm gonna start walking around the rest of the office. Or the rest of the house. This seems to be pretty well in hand, and I don't know shit about forensics.
Yeah, same. Let's clear the house.
Search rolls.
Okay. I'm gonna fail the shit out of this, but we're gonna do it.
The dog's still whining at the feet of this guy.
18. I passed that one.
I did not.
good.
You got a
But-
41.
I mean, I have
Check.
I have a search of 20, so that was
Same.
barely passed.
Chad, you go into the main bedroom.
Oh, that
And-
that loaded in. What is that?
You pick that up, and it is an envelope, much like the one you got. Black envelope with a green triangle on the front, and it's an invite to a Dan Finkelberg birthday party 14 days ago. Well, 15 days ago now. At the King Street bar
It's
in
in.
Alexandria.
It's inside, so he must have gotten it.
We don't know. We don't know how those are delivered.
Mine was put in the mail like normal.
Was mine in the mail?
Nope, it was not.
Yeah, mine wasn't in the mail.
I mean, mine was dropped off like a mail parcel would be. Nobody came in my house and set it on my table. At least that's not the way it was described to me. Am I wrong, GM?
Nope, you're right. They're
Okay.
all different deliveries.
So my guy's like, oh shit, so yours aren't delivered like mine are. Maybe mine didn't come in the mail.
Was it opened? Hit the one that was here?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so he did get it, probably.
Yeah, I think he got it. He just never made the trip. That must mean that,
He's been dead for 2 weeks.
yeah, more
Amber,
than.
you look at the invite though, and the invite is dated the exact same day that you guys were supposed to be there, but for an hour later than you guys were supposed to be there.
Later.
So,
Wait a
so the
minute.
invite was for 2 weeks ago, correct?
Yes.
And
Oh.
he didn't make it.
No, hold on.
Correct.
Hold on, Hammer. He said after. His meeting was supposed to be after, but when we went to talk to Greenheart, he already knew that something had happened to these agents.
Mm-hmm.
He knew something had happened to these agents before he was supposed to have his meeting with them. How did he know something had happened to these agents?
I don't know. So we've been down here for 2 weeks already?
No.
You guys just showed up.
But you said this thing was dated for 2 weeks ago.
Yes, well,
Yes,
our first encounter with them was 2 weeks ago.
When you killed Bob, that was 2 weeks ago.
Okay. But our most recent one, when he knew this guy was missing, was after that one.
No, he knew they were missing when we had our first conversation with him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you talked to Greenheart 2 weeks ago. The first thing he said was, I have a cell called our cell, and 2 of them are missing. One of them is in this hotel next door. I need you to kill him.
He knew something had happened to them before he was supposed to have had the check-in meeting with them. I don't know how he knew something had happened to him. That's
Right.
that's super suspicious.
Yes, it is. I'm glad you're picking up what I'm laying down.
I don't know. The general has his reasons.
Colonel?
Colonel has his reasons. The Colonel General has his reasons.
What are we naming this dog?
General.
Nail. General Nail.
He can be the general.
He's the general. He can have his reasons. The colonel can't.
The general. All right, well, the general, he goes under, like, there's a cabinet next to the sink. He paws that open. He pulls out this massive bag of dry dog food. He pulls the bag of dry dog food all the way back outside.
Does he fill his bowl with exactly one serving?
He fills his bowl and then eats it.
No seconds?
That's a smart fucking dog.
Yeah, no, I'm taking notes. I'm just keeping an eye on me. No seconds?
No seconds.
Oh, yeah, he's coming with us.
Unlike some dogs we know, that's a good dog. He
Um,
hasn't barked yet either.
Are there any footprints? Like Theo's looked up from the guy's face and teeth and sees the blood spread, and you guys have gone, and he goes, "Huh? Well, if they were standing right there, then maybe if there's some bloody footprints from the guy, or did they clean it up? I don't know."
Yeah, nothing's cleaned up. The footprints go this way. Go right through the living room and right out to the front door.
Are they regular, like human footprints?
They are.
Make it around the corner. I say, the dog fed itself, and there's a bunch of footprints this way. Do we see maybe how far they go?
They go all the way to the door, and then when they go outside, you kind of lose them because there's been rain and stuff like that for 2 weeks. So there really isn't anything to follow once you get outside. That and the driveway's gravel.
What kind of
So-
footprints?
Did
They're
it look like he
human.
was walking or running or concerned?
They look like one person walking with big
Sure.
boots on.
Barefoot or boots? Okay. I'm going to snap a picture of those boots.
Which agent was this?
Ringo.
Are Ringo's feet the same size as the footprints?
No, they're slightly different. Ringo's wearing they'd be like patent leather, nice suit shoes.
And these are work boots?
These are like military style boots.
I'm going to check Ringo's shoe closet.
So back in Ringo's closet, he has a very, very old set of BDUs,
Mhm.
and the BDU boots match the boot tread pattern,
Not
but
the
not
size.
size.
Okay. So this was a military hit. Or at least it was made to look like a military hit with someone using a chainsaw.
I open up my file of papers. Do you guys remember how big the guy we killed, Bob, his feet were?
Nope. No, I'll be honest. At the time we were dealing with that, I don't know that we were looking at his shoe size. More like the tentacle worms that were trying to sprout out of him and grab us. But it's probably in his file.
That would be in his file.
I see that would be useful information.
They match.
So we think, or currently we think that Bob killed him. That's our best guess. Was he
Well,
wearing boots at the time? How was Bob dressed?
Well, you would know because you rolled him into the shower curtain. Bob was wearing old BDUs.
All right, that does fit.
It does fit. Not too much of a mystery, really.
So Bob killed Ringo.
In the
So-
kitchen with the chainsaw.
If we look at the corpse, is there like any cavities or that green blood residue?
No, there isn't.
Nothing at all, right?
Nothing green or alien looking to this body. What is nasty is that it's 16 days old.
Yep.
And it's got flies and maggots and all sorts of shit in there.
Yeah,
yeah.
I've been in this shit before.
So go ahead and give me your first sanity roll.
All right.
Actually, anybody that's looked at this body, I should have checked for sanity.
I mean, dead bodies, man. He's already crazy.
I did not pass.
Me neither.
Then you roll
Me
a
neither.
D4.
It's a D4.
You roll against your sanity points, right?
Yep.
And it's a D4?
It's actually just one. You're going to take one sanity loss, not a D4 sanity loss.
Well, since
It's
I
a
rolled,
D4 if the corpse is an infant.
If the corpse is what?
An infant. That's a D4 of sanity loss.
or
But
dog,
just a mangled corpse
or dog.
is just one. Yes, especially your dog at home. All right, so one of you has found a Delta Green envelope. One of you has confirmed that this is Ringo. And this is where the GPS unit is. So you guys know where Ringo went. And you've got the general, his dog. There is one more clue left in this place. I'm not going to make you guys roll for it because now that you guys have the body and everything, kind of wrapping things up. Theo, you come over to this is a fireplace here, and you're walking over, and somebody has burned a shit ton of documents in this fireplace. So you think maybe you could glean some sort of information out of what's left of something. And as you walk over here, something really shiny and black catches your eye. And you reach down and it's a crystal. It's about 2 inches long and it looks like it's made of stone or crystal, like, a geological fucking thing. But as you reach for it, your wedding ring, it's gold, right?
Yep.
The crystal gets attracted to it like it's a magnet, and it jumps to your hand and attaches to the ring on your finger.
I don't care about the things. Help! What, guys? A crystal jumped to my hand. I know that gold isn't magnetic, and I was just gonna do some anagrams with the leftover burned.
Are you able to
documents
pull
here.
that off of your hand? Chad says as he pulls a knife out.
I pull out the shotgun. I've seen this before. That's a cursed ring. There's only one way to get rid of it.
I am shaking my hand, and then I turned around and then realized that's probably not the best idea. And I turned back around and I touched the crystal with my actual hand now.
Okay, it's it feels like a crystal, right? Like a cold, hard touch when you touch it. And as you pull it away from your ring, it comes away freely, but it's got like 2 to 3 pounds of magnetic pressure towards your ring.
Weird.
Do you guys have anything that's cold or gold or metal? I hold it towards the
Just-
shotgun.
I'm holding a knife.
Just hold your hand out. We'll take care of this. We'll take this right off for you.
I moved the knife closer to the crystal. Is it? I'm not letting it go, but does it pull towards the crystal?
Yes.
Okay, I pull my knife back. That's weird. I've never seen a magnetic crystal before. That probably bears further study by people smarter than me.
Wait. Do we have a magnet? We should see if it has a magnetic field that matches.
There's probably one in the kitchen. I go look for a kitchen magnet.
Are there speakers by the fireplace?
Both of you give me luck rolls.
Oh my god, if he doesn't have a kitchen magnet.
He's got speakers in here somewhere.
Right? Oh my god. I rolled a 91. This guy does not believe in kitchen magnets.
Nope, 84. No kitchen magnets.
He's
Or
got
no speakers.
he's got
He
a
has no speakers and no kitchen magnets.
Doesn't like music or reminders on his fridge for his groceries.
So it dawns on you guys that if this was some sort of spy and this was just like a cover thing, maybe he wouldn't furnish his house with amenities like that.
Sure.
He had to live here.
Did he live here?
Yes. I'm gonna go with
Uh,
yes.
He died here. I know that.
Half of living.
Oh, can we go check the van?
That's a good idea. We should go check the van.
I just put the rock in my pocket.
Okie
You better hope that something else that's metal and magnetic doesn't go in the other pocket because you will regret that.
Where's that pistol and all those really sharp bullets?
Oh my god, that's several pounds of pressure and a sharp object. Yeah. That's like it's like a vasectomy, except not doctor authorized.
It's in my front, like coat pocket.
Where do you keep your keys?
In my pants pockets.
So that you feel like this constant pull between the two things, and it's kind of fucking you up because it rides your pants leg up, and it's pulling your jacket down. And you've got like a side holster on, right, for your gun that you're not used to wearing.
Yep. It's
The
weird.
gun's kind of pulling towards it too.
I take it out and I put it on my keys like it's a key ring. I'm a little bit more comfortable now.
Let's go.
It adheres all your keys together.
Let's go check this van out.
Yeah.
Come on, General. You can come too, right, buddy?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we got a new
The
dog.
general is welcome.
He's pulling his bag of food behind him.
I'll
I picked the bag of food up for him.
All right, I'll let Hammer do it. But yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
was gonna do too.
Don't worry, I'm gonna get him one of those tactical harnesses.
Right?
Technically,
Just-
I've already got art for him.
So you guys walk out front, and there's a white USPS van, and it's sitting in the driveway. You walk up to it, and it's unlocked. You look inside, and it's got like those mail crates in it, the little plastic, corrugated plastic ones, and the keys are on the seat.
We should check for explosives. I don't know why the killer didn't burn the house down. To be completely honest,
So if it's an alien inside of another person, Does he have any packages left that he was going to deliver?
Yes. Let's say there's like 15 to 20 pieces of mail in here that haven't been delivered. They're all from a couple weeks ago.
Did you say you wanted me
17
to?
days.
Did you say you wanted me to check for bombs? Is that what you said?
Yeah. Just do a quick, make sure before
Okay.
we mess with anything.
I-
There's nothing booby trapped. We should have done the house too.
It's okay. I do have that skill. However, I think I failed that. No, I passed. I definitely passed.
There's no bombs in this bitch.
I'd also like to point out that I rolled a 69.
Oh, crit success. There's no bombs in this bitch.
Can there be? Can I have one?
Yes, there's a bomb in this bitch. It's wired up to the seat and ignition. So you'd have to sit in the seat and turn the ignition at the same time. It's a dead
Mhm.
switch.
I'll take that for further use.
Okay. It looks to be like a quarter stick of C4, but it was on the fuel tank.
Cool.
Theo gently steps out from the driver's seat.
I'm just adding car bomb to my list of things I have.
You want to pull all the wire and everything?
Oh yeah, no, I want to be able to put this on something.
So it looks like it's been rigged by human hands, obviously, but like with tools and everything. It's been put together. All right.
Yeah. So do we call the police in and say, hey, there's a dead body in this place? Or do we burn the house down? What's the spycraft way to do it?
We definitely need to dispose of the body and get rid of any evidence that anything happened here, but only after we've documented everything for our own investigation.
General barks and starts. He walks over to the corner of the house and starts digging.
And we should probably see what the dog's digging up.
Oh, digging. I'm actually really good at this. Well, let me help him.
You get down and use your hands and paw and move the dirt between your legs.
I've got one of those brushes and like a cool little teeny tiny shovel, and I'm going to make sure that no dirt is it's really good.
So you guys are going to help the dog dig?
I was just going to watch.
Oh, you're just going to watch?
As Theo is down here not finding anything, he goes, you think that dog is digging a hole for that body?
Dog barks.
Theo's really sad now. I think he's making a hole for that body. We should... Oh, man. Let's go take some pictures. That's a good idea.
The dog hits something, though, and he barks. And I guess he starts digging on it a little bit more, and it looks unmistakably like a body at the corner of this house. Dog starts sniffing around it like he's just uncovered a body.
There you go, archaeologist. There's a body. Dig it up.
Oh, this is an old body, too. That's what I'm looking for. And I get down in there and I start brushing off its face. And I see how long I estimate this one's been dead. Is this a forensics?
Yeah.
Is it red?
That's a 0.3 out of 50. I did really well this time. I understand. This one's already been buried. This is right up my alley. I explained, because the dirt's there. I know a lot more about this one. This bug right here, that doesn't form outside of the surface. That's an underneath of the ground bug. He's been dead for exactly 12 weeks. I don't know how long.
2 years.
2 years it takes to take from beetle to a larva like this.
You're gonna have to roll me a sanity too because it's a child.
Oh no. Oh, that's an 82.
But a fail.
Oh, that's a substantial fail.
That's for everyone, I'm assuming.
Yeah, when you realize that it's a kid's body.
I pop up and say like, "Oh, it's a kid."
So this, I'll give you a little bit more detail, but I don't want to go like crazy into it. But it's like the mummified remains of a child. It's 2 years old. Was wrapped up in like gauze and then sheets and buried here. It would take a little while to identify who it is and that kind of thing. But a boy, probably 10 to 12 years old at the time of his death 2 years ago.
That's a D4.
Yes, D4.
What happens when you hit a breaking point?
Okay, so this is gonna be fun.
I can't
One
believe
away.
you hit it before me. Oh, you haven't yet. Okay, I'm super close too.
Okay, cool. So immediately when you hit your breaking point, we're gonna do a fight, flight, or freeze, where you rank what your character would do from most likely to least likely, and then we roll on a d6. So like you get a result of 1, that goes to whatever is least likely. So if you're a fighter normally, you're like, I'm not gonna run away from a fucking thing. So you put run away, flight on the least likely. We'll roll a d6. We'll see what happens. But the next time we do a recovery period, you're going to gain that mental disorder.
I'm gonna
Okie
get some
dokie.
disorders.
Disorders are fun. All right, so you got a crystal thing that we haven't rolled for either. I think that should take a sanity too.
47 out of 37 doesn't help.
No, that's a fail.
Yeah, that's just a 1 sanity loss, or do I get a roll of D?
Nah, that's just a 1.
Cool. So I've hit my sanity,
You hit your breaking point.
but I'm looking at the kid, not
Yeah.
the weird crystal.
Right. Okay, so flight, fight, or freeze. Which one is most likely for you right now as you see this mummified child?
Freeze. I've
Okay.
seen a bunch of mummified children. I like get their teeth all the time.
So that's your most likely is freeze.
Yes, least likely is fight.
Okay. So roll a d6. And we got a 5. So that's part of the most likely. So you're going to freeze here. And what the other 2 agents are going to see is our Professor Raoul uncovers this body. And then he goes, and curls into a fetal ball and starts to quiver. What do you guys want to do?
Hitting him with the stun gun's the wrong answer, isn't it?
Yeah, probably.
I'm guessing that Craven is muted.
Is there a well somewhere on the facility?
There's not. We already established that.
I was muted.
Okay. I think is it possible for me to do something to like help him?
Absolutely. What would you do in real life if someone you know him curls up into a ball and starts shuddering?
Taser.
I mean, in real life, I'd probably just stand there awkwardly and not knowing what to do because I'm socially awkward. In this setting, I'm guessing that I could somehow like talk to him or, you know.
There is a hole.
I don't want to use the stun gun on him again.
No, I'm saying there's a hole. There's already a hole dug. I mean,
this time there'll be a witness.
who?
Yeah.
I'll look
Jet.
around.
The
What,
general comes up and starts licking Theo's face.
like, how do you? Is there like a role to do it, or you just say, it'll be okay, buddy. It's just a dead baby.
It'll be okay, buddy.
I mean, it's
You
really
won't feel things.
you can try to help him out like medically, right? And then I think it's a roll. But
Oh.
yeah, if you want to walk up and just smack him in the face and be like, "Get the fuck over it, man."
Yeah, I do want to do that
Uh,
because I don't have medicine check, and it would be bad for him.
There's psychotherapy too. It's how you want. You can give him just straight medicine. That's a pharmacy roll. Like in any way you want to do this. I'm just asking what you want to do.
Can I
Stick a
use?
finger in his butt. That
Can I
usually
use?
works.
Can I use persuade?
Okay, you're gonna try to talk him.
I mean, it's that or use my melee skill and smack him.
It's up to you.
I'm gonna use my melee skill and smack him.
I'm gonna use persuade.
Okay.
I've rolled a 96. I am not helping. I really am that socially awkward. I literally say it's just a dead baby. You'll be okay.
Yeah, I've seen lots of these. You get used to it.
Yeah,
And then Hammer comes up and smacks Theo.
we're not helping.
Man,
We are not
All
helping.
So the dog like bares his teeth and tries to protect Theo a little bit from you guys, and he's like,
I didn't
whimpering a little
smack
bit.
him.
Yeah, so he's baring his teeth at Steel Hammer Jr. over there, smacking Theo around. The dog's like confused about this body here, but starts to bury it again.
Yeah, I pet the dog. I tell him he's a good dog. I smack the whatever we're gonna call that thing that we're trying to coddle, and hopefully bring him to his senses.
Okay, Theo, you break out of it, snap out of it, but you're gonna be really annoyed. And what's next on your list? You're gonna bury and burn and clean up.
Yeah, we need to dispose of the body. Not the dead baby, the other one, the agent.
Burn the house down.
That draws a lot of attention.
We're in the middle of nowhere.
Uh huh. Which is why I say we bury the body and leave the house abandoned. If we burn the
Two
house,
Oaks does have a fire department.
yeah, I mean,
A lot of blood.
if we burn the house down, someone's going to come looking for it. There is a lot of blood. We're going to have to clean it up.
Fire's so much easier.
Guys, do we have any bleach that'll probably help with the blood?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's some bleach in the house. We'll get to clean it. Make sure you document everything before we contaminate the scene.
Oh yeah,
You're the one with the forensic score.
I understand. Come on. Did you see, like, somebody just buried a kid right there? Why? Like, that's not forensically.
I mean, almost certainly because it was dead. I
Yep,
buried it.
I was gonna say that they probably buried it because it was dead. I mean, hopefully it was dead when they buried it.
How long was the R thing? Is it like a 2-year thing?
Don't know.
How long have they been searching here? Did this guy kill a baby?
No idea. Do I have Ringo?
Theo,
Do I have Ringo's file?
Started February 2021.
2 years ago.
Okay, so he may not have had anything to do with it. He may have moved in here, but it was already there.
Yeah, but it's 2023 now. That was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So he just happened to get a how. Oh, goodness. Let me take some pictures of all this bloody footprints and
Would explain why the
burned
room.
documents and split open corpse.
On your phone?
I got a forensics kit. I got like an actual forensic
Okay.
camera, a Nikon.
Gotcha. I'm
Yeah,
curious.
if he pulls out his phone to take a picture, it's going in the fire.
All right, so you got this forensics kit. You walk through the house. You're gathering up evidence, or you're just taking pictures?
Taking pictures. It's just regular blood, but I'll take a blood sample just for funsies.
The general. Go ahead.
I was gonna take a picture of the documents in the fireplace too.
Good deal. Cover all your bases. Who has the Delta Green envelope that was found here?
I do.
Okay.
I physically moved it to my side of the tray.
Who has the general's dog food?
Hammer does.
All right. Asking the important questions. And
I'm keeping my eye on that dog though, because that dog is a lot smarter than I thought he should be.
yeah, he finishes burying the kid's corpse back up, and then he starts to make a new hole for Ringo. You know what? No, he goes over to the shed, he grabs a shovel, and he comes back and he plops it into Chad's lap, and then goes back to dig it.
You're trying to make me murder a dog on stream, aren't you?
Shoot the dog in the back of the
I will walk over, grab the shovel, and then go dig with the dog.
Hammer, don't you think it's weird that the dog is that smart?
Mm,
Like, dogs don't understand English. Not like other than command words. They don't understand language.
I don't really think about things like that. And I'd go back to digging. Remember what you said about not asking questions? You're in dangerous territory right now. Accept and move on. And I go back to digging. I start whistling.
What do you whistle?
I whistle while you
That's what I was gonna say. That's what he said.
Oh wait. Or hi ho. Hi ho.
That's the same thing.
To work we go. I feel like the dog's also whistling.
You get a flash of memory, though, of Agent Royale, Bob, as he passed you in the hallway in the hotel. He was whistling. I'll give you 5 luck if you remember what he whistled.
I don't remember. I know I should. I remember when you told us what it was.
I didn't write it down.
We were standing at the ice machine and he walked by.
Mm-hmm.
We followed him into his hotel room and he was fucking ready for us.
It's almost like he had an alien in his brain. He whistled Yankee Doodle Dandy.
I don't whistle that.
Okay.
I will never whistle that again.
So, you get this body hole dug.
Mm-hmm.
You get the bifurcated remains of Ringo.
Mm-hmm. Wrapped in that
There.
carpet that's neatly right there.
Perfect. In the carpet. All of his blood soaked into that carpet as well.
Yep. Check the shed to see if there's any lime or fertilizer.
Give me a luck roll, but I will tell you what you find in the shed while you're making that luck roll.
All right.
You find an ATV. On the ATV is a gun box, and inside the gun box is a Savage Model 308. Set up for like long distance shooting.
Mhm.
You also find it's basically like a prepper's kit in the shed with the ATV. So there's a go bag in there. There's a map of the valley, and it's got like ATV trails and stuff highlighted on the map.
I got a 30 out of 40, so I'm assuming I find some fertilizer and lime.
Yep, you find that stuff too.
Yep, I pour all of that over the body
Okay,
and then bury it.
excellent. In the shed, you find 2 other shovels.
Why'd this guy have so many shovels?
That's a real good question.
It's a damn good question too. All of the bodies surrounding his house, maybe.
Yeah, but even then, you
Yeah.
can only use one of them
Favorite
at a
shovel?
time.
He had a spare shovel. He had a shovel for his buddy. So that's the thing with Delta Green agents. I believe there's lots of bodies buried out back. You just happen to hit one. All right, so you've cleaned up the body. What are you doing with the house?
Yeah.
Theo comes out the door. He's got bleach everywhere, and he's holding a big old sponge that's kind of pink. He said, "I think I got all the blood, guys."
Sounds good. Let's go.
Just 1 second. And Theo burns the rest of those documents inside there, just in case.
Oh, great idea.
Excellent work.
Getting better at this job every time.
All right, so that's Ringo's house. You guys did well cleaning up Ringo. Where are you headed next?
Red's house.
Red's house. How
Or-
did I guess?
Red's last known location. We don't know if it's a house or not.
Yeah, I thought for sure when he said we found something digging in the corner house was going to be Red.
Is everybody off the map?
Hey, did you take that stuff you found, Hammer,
What stuff?
in the shed that Ghost told you about?
No.
Specifically the map with the ATV trail?
Oh, I took the go bag.
Okay. I just wanted to put
I didn't take the guns and stuff. I don't really need.
Yeah,
guns.
I was more concerned about that map. I'm just going to make a
Yeah.
note that you have that.
Yeah, go bag and the map. You never know. Another man's go bag could have some neat treasure in it.
Right?
Okay, on this map, do you see a house?
Yeah, I see a house.
Do you see 2 cars?
I see 2 cars and whatever this is.
That is a grill.
I thought it was a picnic table at first.
Grill.
Why is it buried like that?
It's a grill.
Also, why is the grill as big as the car? What are they grilling on it?
It's a pit.
Look, it's a grill.
God, they eat giant people.
Look, I'm not giving him any shit because maps are hard, yo.
They're very hard, okay? Who drove out here? It was you guys in the Humvee, right?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So you guys pull up in the Hummer. And this is the site you see. There's a USPS van sitting up here next to the house on the left. There's a old sedan sitting next to the van. And then the house is like a 1-story rambler. It's nice. Well kept. The GPS location's inside the house.
I'm going to walk the perimeter again.
All right, some notable things around here. There's blood on the deck. Like this back patio is just a big concrete slab. And the way that it was made, there's been like pooling water. So like it didn't really get washed off. And it looks like this whole slab was like very hastily put together. But regardless, there's like, you can tell that there's blood spatter back here on this patio.
Yeah. I'm not going to approach that immediately. I'm going to still circle around the whole outside of the building. Looking in windows, looking for cameras, looking for traps, looking for anything suspicious.
You do see some cameras on the side of the house. They kind of blend in with the automatic lights that they've got up. It looks like whoever lived here took security pretty seriously.
Okay. Can I see in any of the windows?
They are kind of like, well, they've had their blinds drawn. You can see through the windows a little bit, but not very well. It doesn't look like anybody's home, and the power's but no lights are on.
We make it back to the front where the other guys are. What are they doing?
What are you doing?
I'm checking the EPS band for that bomb.
You sure you want to do that? I could do that.
All right, you can do it.
So as you come back around the other side of the house, Sergeant Hammer's like, sorry, Agent Hammer, like, you should check that van for the bomb.
Okay.
So I don't want to do it.
That's a 3.
Oh, excellent. The bomb is there.
So I have 2 car bombs.
Yes, you have deactivated. Ooh. All right. Questions. You guys give me some questions, and I'll give you some answers.
Theo's interested in the blood stains on the hastily poured concrete slab. He's like looking at it, trying to figure out why it's there, and seeing if it's still like if it's all the way firm or not. How long ago was this slab poured?
The slab would have been poured a while back, like at least 2 years ago, maybe a little bit after, so maybe a year and a half. But it was hastily poured in that it doesn't seem too even. It seems like one side is lower than the other, and there's still like this dip in the middle that doesn't allow any water to drain. You also notice the blood trail kind of goes to the grill area. And when you get to the grill, you try to like scooch it, and it does not budge. It's fastened down onto the slab.
Fastened down like bolted, or fastened down like there's something heavy in it?
Like it's bolted or connected to the slab.
That's weird. Can I look at the bolted, the way it's connected? Can I search it?
Sure can. You're taking your time doing that. What's everybody else doing? I guess a car bomb would take a little while too.
Yeah, I imagine I'm busy at the moment.
Hammer, what are you doing?
I'm gonna wander over and help Theo.
Okay. So you get there just in time for Theo to be on his hands and knees looking at the way that this grill attaches to the slab.
Mhm.
And Hammer, you walk over and you grab the grill cover off the grill and you like lift it up,
Mhm.
and the whole like there's a click, and then a trap door under the grill opens up.
I thought you were going to say it was a mine, and I was going to be like, you didn't even get a roll for that.
My face is right there too.
Yeah, you're both just standing right on top of it.
I assume that's a like a hidden bunker down there, right? I'm gonna pop out some those chemical lights,
Glow sticks.
light sticks. Yep, drop them in there. How far do
Is
they go?
there a light switch right beside it?
So there's a ladder that goes down maybe 12, 14 feet.
Mhm.
So the light sticks hit the bottom, 15 feet down,
Mhm.
and you hear them like clip, clip, clip as the plastic hits the ground, and there's like a linoleum tile down there. And then very, very faintly, you hear a woman's voice, and she goes, "Hello?"
Oh, great. I'm gonna hop down.
All right.
I'm drawing my weapon, the shotgun with the exploding rounds, because that's what you want to use in an enclosed space. But I'm not thinking this one through. Woman in danger.
Right.
Assuming that I have finished with the bomb, I'm going to wander over to where I imagine I now only see Theo standing above a hole.
Pistol drawn, like pointing at the underneath part of the grill.
I reach over and click his safety off.
Yeah, you guys are looking down, and like there's like this narrow ladder descending into darkness, except that it's got like green lights down at the bottom now. The air coming out of here is like very cool and musty, but it's carrying a faint metallic scent. The butcher automatically knows that this is blood. Theo, I don't know if you'd notice immediately, but it's hanging in the air.
So I look at the hammer down there.
Yeah, he heard a lady.
There's a person down there? Shit. I pull out my 40 and I slide down the ladder after Hammer.
All right. So Hammer, you get down here, and the ladder led down into a small, like dimly lit chamber. The room is sparsely furnished with just rudimentary, MacGyvered medical equipment. There's like storage containers and very, very dim lights, like these chemical lights that you've cracked. The walls are lined with makeshift shelves, and they're holding like supplies and medical tools and survival gear and shit like that. At the center of the chamber is this bed, and its surface is covered with medical equipment, and there's a tangled mess of wires and tubes, and there's a woman laying there, pale and haggard. Her breathing is shallow and labored, and she's got a portable IV stand next to the bed. It's clear bags containing a mixture of medications and fluids, and a blood bag's connected to one of the tubes, and it's just sticking in her arm. And she looks at you. She's kind of surprised, but she's also got this like relief on her face that whatever hell that she's been in for the past 16, 17 days, somehow it's about to end. And she's really weak when she talks, but she goes, "Oh, it's about time you showed up."
Does she match the description of one of the agents we're looking for?
Yes, this is Agent Red. I'm gonna give you a picture of her.
All right.
She doesn't look exactly like this right now. But yes, what's your question?
IV bags for 16, 17 days?
She's been changing them. She's not a captive. She's wounded,
Yeah.
and she dragged herself here because it's her.
Oh.
This is her bunker. She's been shot through the chest. When you get close enough, you'll find out more. But yeah, there's like detritus of medical shit all over the place. It's like used IV stuff. She's gone through her stuff to stay alive. She
Okay.
goes, I didn't think I'd make it this long on my own. I got patched up best I could.
So, Agent Red.
Yeah.
What
Who are you?
happened?
I got shot. Ringo shot me. Are you?
Ringo shot you?
Who are you? Who are you? Who are you?
We're
You can call me
with the
Mr. Maul
program.
for now.
You guys both talked at the same time.
You can call me Mr. Maul for now.
Mr. Maul? I got shot by my partner. Well, I thought he was my partner.
Why did Ringo shoot you?
They got to him. They got to Royale. Turned him against us. Did I say Ringo shot her? Royale shot her.
Okay, that
Yeah,
makes sense.
Sorry.
You've been saying
Royale
Ringo
did.
the whole time.
Royal,
And
that
it
makes
was,
sense. All right, now we're back on square.
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, I think I read the wrong name earlier. But yeah,
no problem.
Royale shot her.
So we have some questions, and I don't know how easy they're going to be, but before we make any reports and decisions, we need answers.
Listen, I've barely made it this far.
Yeah, and if you want to make it farther, you're going to have to answer those questions. I understand that it's not great, let's say we don't ask the questions and we just report what we report. Who's to say it's not going to be worse for you? Who's to say we work for the people we think we work for?
Oh, you're on track there, man. You can't trust anybody.
Yeah, I'm
That's
not saying we can't trust anybody. I'm saying we can figure out who we can trust. Which is why I just want a couple of answers.
She's really pale and weak, and she flops her hands on over her body. And just, okay, what do you want to know?
So, you said Royal turned on you. We know he was possessed by something. Why would he kill you guys? And how did the Colonel know before it happened that it happened?
She cocks an eyebrow at that. Are all of you together now? You're over like her bed.
Yeah, I'm right behind him.
Slowly, Theo has come down and he is looking at all the medical things, trying to see what he can do to help her.
Yeah, so she looks like she's knows what she's doing. She's definitely saved her life, but she's just stabilized herself, and it's not going to get any better here. She needs a hospital, and gunshot wounds are something that hospitals ask questions about. If you could get her out of the valley, she might have a better chance, but we haven't made a hospital yet. But like it's a 5,000 person town, so there's probably just going to be a clinic or a general practitioner or a veterinarian. You could take her to the vet.
Veterinarian.
Yeah, you could take her to the vet. But yeah, you're going to have like a logistical problem here if you want to save this woman's life.
That's hilarious. Someone shot my dog. That's a woman, sir. Click, click. It's a dog. Fix it.
Woof. Oh. Okay, so are you guys here with Majestic?
Well, I don't think we know who Majestic is.
She gives a big sigh of relief. She slumps down and she's like, "Oh, thank God."
I wouldn't get too excited because we don't know who Majestic is.
Oh, that's so much better than the alternative. Believe.
I don't care if it's a
Sure,
Wendy's.
true,
Fix
but I
it.
don't know.
So look, I Royale was compromised. You said he was infected.
Yeah, some kind of worm tentacle thing. Try not to think about it too hard. Green blood.
We called them the Craw. It was a neat little nickname we made for them, but like they just started as green lights, and then they started changing the animals here, and then they started messing with people. And a few years ago, they took a whole fucking airliner. They just poofed it out of the sky. We caught it on film, and we were going to turn all this over to the Colonel, but the Colonel didn't want it to go any higher up the chain, because when it goes higher up the chain, Majestic gets involved.
All right.
That would change a lot around here. So anyway, we gathered up all the evidence, we got it all together, and before we could turn it all over, I think they got to Royale, like you said, and I don't know what he was going to do, but he killed Ringo with a fucking chainsaw. I know that. I went over there because Royale called us up to meet at Ringo's place, and I walked in right after he had killed him, and then he shot me. I drove my car here. Uh, and I think I mean, I made it out, so glad I made the bunker.
You said the general doesn't want this getting out. The general looked at all that evidence.
Yeah, no. She said the colonel didn't want it getting above him because of Majestic.
The colonel also told us before we came out here that if we found these things were true, that big things would happen and change, which is almost certainly what he meant by that.
I've got the sat phone out, and I'm looking at you guys going like, should I call him in? Like, we fixed it. Did we do it? Also, we should probably help her. Although she killed a kid. Did you kill a kid?
What? I didn't kill a fucking kid.
Dude,
You terminated F. Weber, according to this report.
That was not a kid. You have no idea what that thing was.
I mean, what was it? It used to be a kid.
It was one of them. It was something else. You'll see him sometimes. I mean, I've seen them. They're. Oh, she shudders. The dog comes up and starts sniffling her hand, and she's like, "Oh, hey, buddy." Starts like rubbing him.
Dude, that dog just came down a ladder.
Yeah, it's a smart dog.
yeah, that dog's not a dog.
He said too. It's a dog. You guys are thinking too hard, man.
You know the general?
What? She laughs a little bit. She's like, "This is Buddy."
His nickname for us is General, and I think that's a way better name.
Oh, I completely agree with you. I don't know why Ringo named him Buddy.
I'm kind of on board with his idea of pulling out the sat phone and doing the 616 and being like, we can confirm now. A, Red is alive. B, she has confirmed everything that you saw in those reports. How do we proceed? That was our mission objective. We've now accomplished that objective.
But Red said the Majestic might get pulled in, and she's scared of the Majestic.
Well, that's also what the Colonel said. And I do have my suspicions about the Colonel because he somehow knew all of this had happened before he should have known.
Question: your distrust of Majestic, is it based on personal experience, or is it based on something you were told by the colonel?
From what I understand about Majestic, Red says, all sallow-faced and weak. What I know about them is that they're the scary men in black. They're the ones that make deals with the aliens. Make compromises.
Okay. And that's it. They're not really that bad. You just don't want to deal with it.
Do you have no idea the things that have been going on in this county? The awful atrocities. There are 230 people missing on that airline flight. We can't just let Majestic come in here and make like an accord with these aliens, like just make it all okay. You want that to happen?
No. I'm just trying to make sense of what I do now, and verify that the guy I trust is actually, trustworthy.
Well, I figure this is a good way to find out.
Listen, there are other
clandestine agencies out there. It's not just us. We work for a good man. The Colonel is a good man. We have
Yeah.
to do things for the Colonel. Don't send this up the chain.
Yeah, no, our up the chain is the Colonel. We work directly for the Colonel. I'm not even sure we're part of the organization.
So how do you want to play it? Do you want to call the colonel, say we need an air, like we need medevac help for you, and we need a couple more weeks to monitor the situation while we try to confirm some stuff?
If I can live through this, that'd be great. But yeah, I think if you guys are the new R cell, what was the mission he gave you?
To find
you guys.
to find you guys or your bodies and confirm that the information he has about this valley is true.
Okay, yeah. It's true. It's all true.
Yeah, we got that part.
So we turn it over?
I think
Call
so.
him?
We call the Colonel. He can turn it over. That's his choice.
What evidence do you have? Do you have anything? Did you find anything?
Yeah, we found Ringo.
And Royale. And Royale had a bag full of the information you just described, the documentation you just described, and then you confirmed it to be true by basically saying the same things without having
My
looked at
car
it.
stopped last night.
Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna go by that, but maybe. You know, weirder things have happened.
Yeah, he's obsessed that his car turned off last night.
Yeah. For all we know, it's a battery.
Just
All
a
right.
bad driver.
We're coming up on the end. So this is, I think, what's going to happen. You're going to pull the satellite phone out, right?
Mhm.
Dial the number. What was the
Mhm.
number again?
616.
616.
Oh, you guys get 5 luck. You dial the number, and it doesn't ring or anything. It just sounds like a speaker has been powered up, and you hear a, and then you hear a click, like somebody's picked up the line.
Greenheart, please.
There's like a little bit of static, and then you hear a voice that says, Greenheart has been compromised. He is now your target. And then the line goes dead.
Dun, dun,
I crawl
dun.
back down in that little hole and say, "Hey, I don't know what I talked to, but this is Greenheart is now our target."
What?
Yeah, I typed the number just like you said, and then instead of answering, it just went like it was kind of weird. And then I asked for Greenheart because those were the good directions he told me to do, and they said Greenheart is compromised. Go kill him.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
Can
You
I
wanna
see
call
the
it that?
phone? Can I see the phone?
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
see it.
I take the phone, I drop it on the ground, and I smash it into as many tiny pieces as I possibly can.
I just want
With
to.
the... Go ahead.
I just want to know if Agent Red's hero was always Carmen Sandiego, or if that's an adult thing.
Oh, through the AI, I said, Carmen Sandiego, ultra realistic, please. Agent Red has always been Carmen Sandiego from the beginning.
Where the world?
She's been in a bunker for 17 days. That's where
Mhm.
the world.
Yep. It's good episode. So
Yeah.
Do you have a blender?
are you all wrapped up?
Do you have a blender?
Does Red have a blender?
Yeah, I asked her if she has a blender.
Yeah, she's got a blender.
All right. I dustpan the phone into the blender and just turn that on and leave it running.
The man child's
All right.
feelings are hurt.
He
What?
loves his colonel.
That's right.
Well, thank you for helping me come up with some places in Two Oaks. Podunks is fantastic. Thank you for
Mhm.
that. If you guys can come up with anything else over the next couple weeks that you want to feature in Two Oaks, we can absolutely put it in.
Need a hardware store.
Perfect. What would you call it?
Nuts and bolts.
Bolts Hardware Store. Okay.
I'm just going to go ahead and add that to the list right now. I'm not even going to wait to make it.
Nuts and bolts.
Yep.
Um,
It
Let's
needs
see.
like an antique bazaar.
What do you want to call it?
odds and ends.
Odds and Ends Antiques?
Yeah.
Red knobs and broomsticks.
Things and stuffs.
Things and stuffs.
Odds and Ends Antiques. Okay, cool.
The guy in charge is named Harold.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's random. Just came up with that myself.
Okay. We'll see
Weird
what
guy.
happens with that.
Super weird guy.
He might be a dog.
So yeah, so coming up next week is our first Traveler session. So that is session 1 of the new campaign. That applies to 2 of the players here. And we've got a new guy starting that we have to get up to speed before then, which is going to be lots and lots of fun.
Monday.
That is, so Monday we're doing that, but we're not streaming that. And then a week after that, we're going to continue on with this Delta Green story, which is, my hand hurts from all the notes. I got 2 full pages out of today.
I'm glad you're taking notes.
I don't know that I'm going to be able to read them. I got so many of them. And the problem is that, like, I normally I'm going way off on a tangent here, but normally I try to only, like, highlight the important shit. But there were so many NPCs and locations that I have almost a full page that are just location dash, NPC dash. It's pretty good, but that's what you do when you're building a world. It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Anything else you guys want to bring up?
If you would like to share those notes with everyone,
I can snap a
that.
picture of them. I'm handwriting them.
And like I said, yeah, anything that you guys want to add to Two Oaks in the next couple weeks, we can do that. But things are about to get freaky.
All right, sounds good. Thanks everybody for stopping by, and I'll see you next time.
Thanks, everybody.